in the Facebook chat. There's been a little DM review left there. If you'd be so very kind, I'd love to hear your feedback. And just a little temperature check, make sure nobody's too dissatisfied and that there's some good feedback there. I would love to hear what you have to put forth. As long as it's not too mean. No, it's okay. It could be mean. It's fine. I'll be okay. All right. But anyway, let's get to the game. We got big stuff going on here in Lyrengorn. So welcome back, everybody. Why is there so much light in here? I'm a vampire. I can't deal with this. Okay.
No, the overhead lights are bad.
Ugh, the big light.
Right? No, turn it off.
Yeah, right? What is this, a government building? Jesus. Okay. So, things begin. You are in Lyrengorn, and the Sky Swimmer's ritual up in the Moonweaver's ribbons is about to begin. You woke up and you were told by Naelis Ildera, a rather strange cleric of the Moonweaver, came to you and said, attend the Lyrengorn festival and enjoy yourselves and keep an eye out for any danger. And you guys were like, don't worry, we will. And then proceeded to raise snails and fly dragonflies and eat custard until you threw up. And
Finch saved someone.
Well, that's right. Of course, Finch saved someone. Definitely related to some kind of great coup, but it was great. But yes, you guys went to the Witchlight Carnival and had a lot of fun there. Got a little lost in a mirror maze, attended a big top ceremony. It was a great time. And with that, you guys have been secured a visit to the Sky Swimmer's Eyrie, a lookout. Or sorry, I think it's like the area lookout. There it is, the area lookout. You have been summoned there to be with the Crescent Conclave and keep an eye on them during the ritual to ensure all goes well. And that is where we'll pick up today. Nyx will look at you guys and say, "Hey, I hope you guys had a great time. I've still got some stuff to do around here, so I'm just gonna keep playing my fiddle. So you all take care. I'll see you after the ceremony and stuff. Hopefully, none of you there's no horrible coup or anything like that." And we'll just sort of dance back into the carnival, and we'll continue to play instruments and make good on their promise to Mr. Witch to, be a little performer. With that, you guys have a little bit of time before everything kicks off. Yvaine, you've already secured for yourself a sort of off-the-rack dress for the event. Before you do that, though, Yvaine, something I got to bring up. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I want to remind you, Ember, that you, my friend, procured some cruel stuff back in Amon from a certain three-story tailor. So I don't know if you ever wanted to do anything with that. Just want to put that down. But maybe you don't, and that's fine too. Just want to remind you. So if not, then Yvaine runs off and yes, indeed, still collects her rather fine garment. It is, it's nice. It's not going to compare with any of the sort of like high ladies of Lyrengorn by any measure, but it's still very nice. It's still very cool. Fantastic. And with that, I'll give you guys a little leeway if you want to do something around Lyrengorn before attending to the area lookout. We'll say you have like an hour to like make a stop around Lyrengorn and do something cool before the sun fully sets. I will say though, as much as the sky is turning sort of yellow and orange, you would also notice that there are arcanists here and there. Or you know what, better yet, I would say it just seems to be a rather clear sky tonight, quite strangely. Pretty much since you've been here in the Arctic North, it's been pretty much clouded over some tier spots here, but it is a spotless sky today. I wonder why. And yeah, the carnival is in full swing. So, what would you like to do?
Can I ask a question? What phase is the moon in? You said
It's full, of course. It's full of. How could it not be? How could it be anything but full? It just wouldn't make sense for it not to be full. Well, which moon are you asking about? Is what I should say to you.
Is Rudy's in the sky?
Let's find out.
Because that would be
Ruinous.
perfectly.
Ruinous, like to be like Ruinous is up there. It's like it's always up there. It's a second moon. Like it's not like.
Well, yeah, but we don't always see it. Yeah, isn't that the point? It's like it's only visible sometimes. I thought.
Let's see.
Can I roll for it?
Check my. Well, hang on. Let me see here. Let's say which way or so yeah, the two mates ways of playing like all range power. Oh, okay. All right, whatever. I'll just roll for it to see if Brutus is up tonight.
Big deal if it is.
It is. It is. It's in a sort of crescent, but it is a thin crescent. But it is seemingly out tonight, whereas Katha is in full bright stillness.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So if things go horribly awry on this potential birthday coup day, does anyone have any plans on what they're keeping an eye on, or what to expect, or potential means of response? Is anyone going to be watching the skies?
I had an idea. I don't know if it's foolish or not. So, if we're expecting fuckery from another queen, yeah, and we would expect that those elves would look a certain way, right? High elves and drow don't actually look that different if you change the coloring. I feel like a disguised self or very simple magic would make it very easy for someone to slip in. But I didn't prepare detect magic because I was thinking, it's Lyrengorn and everything's magic, so how the hell would we tell? So I don't know if that's sort of a silly idea.
No, I don't think it's there's just a question of implementation. I could cast some detection spells. It would take me a bit of time. I wouldn't be very mobile during it, but I could have them going. Beyond that, so you think they might be disguised? Do you think they'd be disguised in the crowd? Do you think they'd be disguised as one of the Wyvern Riders? Do you think they'd be disguised amidst the people overseeing the ceremony?
Yvaine looks at Zarvolg and says, "You're going to we're assuming it's going to be something like an assassination or a huge disturbance. You've looked at the place. How would you do it?"
Well, my understanding is that they're moving through the crowd at some point, right? I would do it from the crowd, in sort of a very innocuous way. I wouldn't do it when they're up here in the tower or whatever. It seems too inaccessible. I'd wait for them to leave and try and catch them when they're moving back to a massive group of people. It's going to be hard to navigate.
So when they're moving, like when they're transitioning from place A to place B, instead of when they're at place A or place B.
Yeah, I certainly would. I mean, I don't know. We know where the key to an assassination, any assassination, is knowing where the person's going to be and where they're going to be going or coming from. Lots of times, the high-profile place that they're spending the time in is relatively guarded, relatively watched, but it's the routes to and from that can be the most dangerous because that's more of a chaotic situation. It's easier to hide.
I worry that
Interesting.
we're assuming it's an assassination. It could be, it could not be. I'd like to gain more information.
It
Right.
could be
We don't know whatever.
some general massacre, perhaps, or otherwise causing chaos and confusion.
And there's something that's sticking out to me for no particular reason. The orc that was riding the wyvern, like, did that just seem very random? Random, I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me being foolish, but something that seems that random in a situation that's usually so controlled. I don't know.
I spoke to the wood elves about that, and it appears there's recently been thievery of some wyvern from the actual Eyrie. I haven't had a chance to speak to the people of the Eyrie yet. From what I understand, it's not something that's of extreme importance. No one else seemed bothered enough to try and track it down. But
it would certainly give people. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, but it's certainly something of note. I don't know that it's related to this, but at the very least, it's a theft.
Right, but also in this given situation, it would give people the ability to slip in with the riders and either join them to undermine their activities or join them to get in the city and where they're not supposed to be. And again, could totally not be connected. I'm just trying to find needle in a haystack, We might also get through tonight and then nothing happens at all.
I think that's probably the best way to analogize it. It's like a needle in a haystack. I don't know that we can prepare for every possibility. I think, unfortunately, we're in a situation where we have to react to circumstances as they arise, versus being able to prepare for every possible, circumstance or outcome.
I agree. I think that's in part the nature of security, is to, rather than be prepared for everything, is be prepared for the obvious and then be able to respond to the unexpected.
Personally, personally, I'm preparing to respond to any physically obvious threats. I'm assuming, as you two were talking earlier, that you're sort of looking over the magical side of things.
Indeed. Right, I think I have some options that I can make use of. And if there's ongoing spellcraft, I can try and break it. It would be easier if they let us assign security ahead of time, but it's understandable that we're not. We are just, some people from out of town for the most part.
Yeah, literally.
So I suppose we simply wait.
Right. Good talk. Let's go have fun. In theory.
In theory. Okay. All right. So, you guys gonna go wandering through. Let's see. There's lots to see here and there. You see on the street there are many performers and musicians that are here and there entertaining the crowds, all for the most part elvish. Melodies blending harmoniously while the whispers of the winter wind sort of coalesce with their songs. There are many stalls open in this enchanted market. There's many enchanted markets that's opened up throughout the city. Very, very small sort of market squares and booths that are attended by younger elves for the most part. No teenagers, but certainly within their first 100 years. Selling intricate elven jewelry, exotic spices from distant lands. glassware, glass-blown things, beautiful pottery. Basically, just selling like fine items of elven craft in various different stalls. And people look and purchase and buy. It's very sort of, I don't know, you go to anywhere to vacation and you find yourself down like those little market stalls or those little booths. And it's very much like that, except not rickety in any way. It's very elegantly put together. Everything has a very nice taste to it as it is made. You might walk through. They're certainly not like, oh, you over there, come buy my things. It's nothing like that. It's not so crazy as that. People are very respectful as you pass. It's not like a shouting match by any means. In the heart of Lyrengorn, right before the actual Temple of the Moon, the large Temple of the Moon, out in the middle of the square, there are many tables laden with delicious elven delicacy set up around the Moonweaver's plaza. Lanterns of enchanted moonlight float above, casting a gentle glow over the gathering. Elves and visitors from all corners of Tal'Dorei and beyond share stories and laugh and indulge on fine cuisines, elven wines, and even some wild elf meads from somewhere else, perhaps the mountainside even. Let's see, is there anything else that might be yeah, let's take a look here. There's all kinds of other stuff that have been set up, additional festivities. Nothing that really compares to the Witchlight as far as just frivolity goes. They at one point you do see, like, at one point you find yourself getting off the side of the road as you hear a great deal of elaborate music from down the road, and you see an elaborately decorated float depicting scenes of elven mythology and history, floating down the road with magical lanterns, creating a dazzling display of colors and lights. Elven musicians, dancers, and performers accompany the parade, enhancing the spectacle of these various mythologies. If anyone wants to see it go by, like sort of see it go by and sort of understand some of the mythologies being displayed, yes, you can either make a history check or an intelligence-based performance check. So if you happen to maybe be a bard, maybe you know a little bit about these songs and stories. And Ember? Who else wants?
I have
can't hear you, Nate.
Sorry, I have a 21 total.
Hey, good job there. 21 total. Mr. Blaine. What'd you get, Yvaine? Sorry. Can't hear you, Yvaine, if you're talking.
I got a 9. I'm very happy to be here. It's very pretty.
Fair enough. And Ember got a 10. Incredible. Okay, so let's take a look. I think I'm gonna give a couple to Glint, but I'm gonna give one to Ember. So I'm gonna say, which one would Ember be the most interested in to do with the elven lore? Okay, I'll let you know when you understand the one that I'm talking about, but we'll start with you. So, there's a couple that go by that you don't really understand. You expect it's sort of the beginning of the lore, something to do with Age of Arcanum, and you're like, you don't really know what they're doing there, but they show like these floating cities. And you're like, oh, that's Age of Arcanum for sure, but you don't know like what's behind that. There's some scenes of the Calamity where there's like elves fighting for Forlorn and fighting for the Moonweaver. Ooh, maybe that I'll give to you because that is fun lore. You're not going to know the you're not going to know the heroes who bear them, but you're going to know of the vestiges that they bear.
Oh.
Oh, shit, that didn't work out at all. You see... Oh, come on, nothing? Man. You see this one almost like ethereal elven-like individual who's sort of like fighting and is bearing this like beautiful gemstone necklace with blue, yellow, and green. And he's sort of fighting the forces of evil. You don't know his name, but this sort of ethereal elven person. You know the vestige, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm kind of having to catch up with myself here. God damn it. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Take your time.
What the fuck is it? I don't know. Ah, here we go. Bearing this beautiful gemstone necklace, you know it to be called the Jewel of Three Prayers, but you don't know anything more than that. You heard it in passing at one point, but sort of bore this vestige that's supposedly connected to Sekhanine and like two other gods, maybe Corlon.
So the Jewel of Free Prayers, is that right?
The Jewel of Three Prayers.
Of Three Prayers. Got it.
That's right. That's right. You will see. What else we got here? Which we know. Oh, okay. Here's a really cool one. You see, like in that sort of same float where these battles of the calamity, you see this one individual wielding this gorgeous longsword, this blue-bladed, beautiful longsword, and sort of has like Sekhanine like on the float, sort of like behind this person. They've got the sword at their side. Gorgeous sword. You know this to be a blade to a star razor that was lost long ago. Also known as Duith Bar is its elvish name. A very cool little vestige. But moving on from that, you see a scene that you definitely recognize after that. You see a scene of like a person sort of like, you know, like this dancer on the back, sort of like looking like they're looking around, like moving through bushes and trees and greens. And the float is of this like long rolling golden field with big mountains in the background. You know that they're referencing the settling of Guisar. Guisar is the elven word for Tal'Dorei. And this is sort of the post-calamity original settling of this place that was done by the elves. It was the elves who first came upon Tal'Dorei after the calamity struck. They were the ones who housed the seeds of civilization, is what I'd say.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'll start giving you guys some handouts for the history that is being unlocked here by Greenland. What else do we have? The next thing you both are going to know is it's basically a scene of a scattering war where you see this blonde hair, blue-eyed human with this grotesque sword, this like long, just grotesque blood-coated sword in like necrotic black plate armor, swinging a sword at this like really this sort of thin, round-eared human woman with brown hair and a gorgeous, like, long rapier sword. The two of them locked in battle. You know this to be a scene from the Scattering War, marking a battle between Tal'Dorei, the first Tal'Dorei. What was her name?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm kind of going through a lot of lore here. Anyway, it's the scene from the Ember. This is a scene from a battle known as the Battle of the Ember Hills, where you see like they're locked in battle. The necrotic guy has like demons at his back, and the woman has elves at her back. And you know that this is Neminar. His name is Neminar Drasig, who was the second king in the Scattering War after Warren Drasig, and he got into like necromancy and stuff, and he led the forces of evil against the free people of Tal'Dorei to try and bring the iron rule of Drasig upon them. And Zan Tal'Dorei, this human woman, is battling them. Why Tal'Dorei is very interesting is because she was raised on the streets of Singor. She was sort of started out as an urchin who kind of rose up and became the great general of the free people of Tal'Dorei and fought back against Drassig. And in a place called the Umbra Hills, scores and scores and scores of demons were slain, along with Neminar Drassig, and one freedom for Guisar, as was called at the time. And they say that the Umbra Hills are black to appear upon because they've soaked up so much demon blood from that battle. They say that they're haunted and corrupt. So you see that scene of battle. It's very cool. And you would be aware of that as well under being president of the Mon, that you sort of know this history of Zan Tal'Dorei and Numenor Drassig. So I will display that event as well. And the last one I'm going to give you that you are aware of, Glint, was it shows that same human woman dressed in like a beautiful red dress with sort of gold-plated armor across her body, sort of marking her ascent to the throne, where she named herself, where she refused to become a royal. She said, "I will not be your queen." But the people sort of rebelled against that idea. They're like, "We want you to be our royal. You want to be the person in charge of us." But she didn't feel good about royalty because of Drassig and said, "Okay, fine, I'll be your sovereign. You can know me as sovereign in Tal'Dorei, but I will not be your queen."
Okay.
And she ascended to the throne, and the land of Guisar was renamed Tal'Dorei in her honor.
Interesting.
So those are the historical events you see in the mythologies of the floats that you comprehend and understand.
Hell yeah. Glenn's trying not to give away that he likes Numenar's holsties, like the necromantic armor and the army of demons.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, he was pretty cool. No, he was horrible. He was terrible.
Hell yeah, terrible person.
Yeah,
cool style.
Yeah. Cool style, terrible person. Anyway, hey, maybe that's your next vacation. Go to the Umbra Hills and suck demon blood out of the hills. I don't know. But anyway, so those are the floats go by. You see this big, beautiful celestial parade go by. Yeah, and it ends off, the highlight of the parade is a Moonweaver float, a stunning creation that represents the goddess herself, surrounded by ethereal moonlight and sparkling stars, magically, of course. And everyone sort of applauds and bows, and a couple of people sort of pray to the moon as the Moonweaver makes her way through the celestial parade. And you see a number of things as the sun is going down. You see the Frostlight Tournament, where you see individuals of skill and prowess, warriors and athletes alike, competes in competitions of archery, duels with swords, feats of strength, mage battles even, where brave warriors face off in friendly but intense competition. The winner would be awarded the Frostlight Crown, a beautiful crafted circlet that symbolizes honor and courage in life. And the very last thing I will say that you guys see as you are sort of making your way to, you can compete. We see how you do.
It's tempting.
It's not going to be a whole thing. It would be like, do some rolls and see how you do.
Glenn's good.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll wait. I'll wait for my big day in the sun.
Yeah, you're like, this. I know what I need. This is not where I need victory. Somewhere the Stormlord's like, come on. Anyway, so as you guys pass by that competition, some elven warrior sort of raises his sword, and this sort of sparkling gemstone crown is placed on his head. Everyone applauds in celebration that a new warrior's been crowned this year. And last thing you'll see before you make it to the area lookout is the Aurora Gardens. You'll see that the sides of the roads down one street have been sort of blossomed up, probably by the druids of the Circle of Stars. You see a serene and magical garden filled with exotic glowing plants, flowers blooming. As the sun is going down, the moon is more going out. You can almost see them actively beginning to bloom as you make your way down with the lights of the Aurora Borealis beginning to take the skies. Yes, Yvaine. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Still can't hear
Can I do a quick? Still can't hear me?
No, I can hear you now.
Hello?
You're
What the hell?
you're good.
Shit.
Yeah, I can hear you
Hear
now.
me now?
You're
All
good.
right. Yeah. So a subtle investigation check for any seeds that may have just randomly dropped. You know, because sometimes seeds just drop when they're
right.
plants and things.
Of course, of course. Make me a survival check. Seeds and such.
I'm just good at these. Please be good. All right, that's cool. It's like an 18, and I have a +8. 26.
What'd you roll? 24?
26.
26. Good
26.
God. Yeah, absolutely. You find you have to look really keenly, but you do find a number of seeds. You do not know to which plants they belong, but some of these gorgeous plants will, you find, we'll say that you find like, we'll say that you find, I don't know, you find like a handful. We'll say you just find like a handful of seeds. But as like the sun is beginning to go down and night takes over day, you do begin to see that orange purple sky, as if the orange was a filter that is being brought away and revealing the truth of the sky. You see that those sort of ribbons of purple remain. You see those long reds, and not reds, those long purples and greens sort of waving through the sky, slowly revealing themselves as the twilight of the sky begins to vanish on the horizon. And as it does so, and as night begins to take day and the last cusps of orange on the horizon are fleeting away, you see the garden sort of beginning to open up. People walk around and sort of like there's a general sigh of excitement as they sort of finally open and bloom under the light of the Aurora Borealis. You guys hear, see the luminous flora and listen to the gentle music of wind chimes nearby. It is a peaceful ambience, a very nice place. You also see that there's several rather older elves wandering here and there in vestments of the Moonweaver. And people like stop to talk to them. You're not sure the tradition here, but these people sort of tend the gardens and smile and talk with various people, and there's some like shaking of the head. Anyone with a passive insight of, say 15 or higher, you get the sense this isn't like, oh, tell me about your garden. There's something like almost ceremonial about talking to these people. People talk to them and they like listen rapidly and kind of walk away with sort of not bewildered but thoughtful look at things. And you would recognize many of these, Vivian, to be members of the Circle of Stars. You might have seen some of these faces around the telescope place. Sorry.
It's Starfall Observatory.
That's right, the Starfall Observatory. Thank you very much. Lots of places around here. And finally, night takes over day, and you hear sort of celebration throughout the city beginning to rise, and you get the sense that now it's the time to make your way to the airy lookout. The ceremony shall be commencing soon.
Would Glenn have time to ritual cast detect magic during some of
Yes, absolutely. Nothing in the book says that you can't walk and cast rituals at the same time. It only states you must use your actions to do so. So you could walk and like do the fucking
walk and read
thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I'm here for it.
Yes, you can absolutely ritual cast during your walk.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh boy, okay. Here we go, grand finale. This is gonna be a little challenge for you and me. In a second. Well, a few final things. Sorry, have a second here for mine. Almost done. Okay, you guys all make your way through the area, and you guys will be taken to the lookout, where you'll have the rare opportunity. No, we're not going to do that. You guys will simply be. There's a number of mages at this disposal who sort of like smile at you, and they'll sort of tap their staffs, and they will cast the levitate spell on all of you. And you guys will gently drift up through the air, up and away from Lyrengorn. You see Lyrengorn sort of become a little bit smaller, not too high up. You're not getting shot into space or anything, but eventually you're going to come to this little lookout over here as night takes over day. And I'll put a little chant.
Are we supposed to be seeing your screen?
You're not sharing, Ryan.
I haven't been sharing this whole time, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Nothing much has been happening. But anyway, at this point, you guys come to the area lookout. Yes, thank you for telling me. You see this, yeah, it's a nice little place. It's like a little alcove, a little section of the side of the Elven Peaks. None too high, certainly close enough that you can see people walking down the streets below, and people could look up and see you and wave. It's only a couple 100 feet off the ground. And yeah, you can all approach. Man, I've only got Zarvolg there. I should get all of them there. But yeah, you will all step off and onto this makeshift dock that will lead you up to the area. Magical fires are lit. Trees are capped with snow. It's a fine little place to... actually, I would say it's the best view in probably the whole city to actually see the Moonweaver's ribbons up above. It is a gorgeous view, unobstructed by buildings. Only the peaks themselves. And indeed, as you look up, the only thing obstructing you is the two great hooks of the mountain, almost seeming to I don't know, kind of hug at the sky as you see the ribbons sort of moving through the openings in the peaks above. All right, we got Ember, we got Finch, we got Flint, we need Yvaine. I need to get you your new mini in there, Yvaine. Zarvolg. All right, yeah, that's every. Oh, fucking Beverly. Fucking Beverly. God damn it, Beverly. I'm sorry. All right, you guys walk up and you will see your cleric friend. Nilis Ildreth is there waiting for you. Deandran the Tishan friends. I hope you've been enjoying the ceremony so far.
Absolutely, it's been fascinating. I hope you've been enjoying the time here as well. Have there been anything of concern happening?
No, nothing yet. Hopefully at all. I've been observing them, keeping an eye as best I can, especially on the High Priestess. But all seems well so far.
That's good.
Yes. Well, they are expecting you all. I have told them some of your reputation in Amon and what you're doing is here. So if you'd like to follow me, I will introduce you to the press and conclave.
Absolutely.
And he will take you through. You see a couple of rangers outside, a couple of the hunters. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, a lot going on here. I apologize. Hey, Zarvolg, funny enough, one of the hunters outside of the door, sort of just watching, prepping, sort of guarding, is your good friend Idris Oakenbrook.
Oh. Hello there. I didn't realize you were going to be up here.
I didn't realize you were going to be up here. It's a marvelous coincidence.
Yeah, this is a big part of the reason that we're in town in the first place.
The Moonweaver's ribbons?
Yes, we have some amongst our party that were really anxious to see it.
Fair enough. He sort of looks up at the sky and smiles and looks back at you and says, well, I hope you enjoy it as well. There's nothing like it in the whole world.
We appreciate the hospitality. Thank you for keeping everything safe.
And he will bow his head and say the formal farewells, and you guys can enter within. Okay, with that, Interest brings you what is first through what looks kind of almost like a very glamping-esque, a little bit of like a hunter's lodge. In a way, there's it's got all the accoutrement. Drinks are set on side tables. It's lit low by firelights, not dimly so, but you can see just fine within. It's a nice little sort of gathering area, but nobody's down here right now. Everybody seems to be up top. And as you're brought up top, you are going to see this beautiful gilded banister around the sides, and actually grass growing from the top of the roof, which makes sort of like a pleasant walkabout. And I'm going to start revealing individuals that you are meeting. Why did you do that? I went up. God damn it. Okay, there we go. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. I hope I'm not in the middle of everybody. Cool. Interest goes up with you as well. Okay, let's get to it. So, who are we going to see first? How about these guys right up, line up? Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, I know who. I know who that is, sorry. You wouldn't have one. Never mind. Don't know why she's here. The first person you see is probably the most imposing of all. You see this wild elf huntsman. He is strong looking. He is very skilled, and he reminds you very deeply, Zarvolg, of the, like you had said once before, they remind you of the Orient elves. This guy looks Orient through and through. You will look upon Huntsman Elarn. He'll be introduced to you. Sorry, I'm a little ahead of myself. I'm kind of scatterbrained tonight. I apologize. But Inarith said, sorry.
This is not someone that I've run into previously.
No, you never run into this guy.
All right.
No. But Inarith will say, Aurora Concordant, allow me to introduce you to Huntsman Alarian. He is a member of the Crescent Conclave who represents the Wild Elves of the Elfin Peaks. I will give you guys a handout. On roll 20, you can see what he looks like.
I will bow with very genuine respect and say, Huntsman.
And he'll bow back to you, looking genuinely a little confused at you. And he says, hello. I admit I did not expect to see. I hope I do not offend. I did not mean to. I'm surprised to see a hobgoblin so far north. It's just surprising.
And Zarvolg kind of smirks and he says, yeah, hobgoblins were not designed to be this far north. I'm built a little different.
Well, and he'll look at Nahlis and says, well, Nahlis speaks well on all of your behalf, so you're most welcome here. I hope that there will be nothing, all of this extra security will be not useful, but at least you will have the opportunity to enjoy the Moonweaver's ribbons from the best seats.
Yes, let's hope for a peaceful night.
Yes, let us hope. And he will sort of just kind of wander away. He's a little bit informal, this guy. So he wanders away. Nahlis will say, who to introduce you to next? Yes, before she goes, allow me to introduce you to Sky Swimmer Tal'Dorei. You are going to say Tal'Dorei, rather young looking for like an elven leader of Lyrengorn, but nonetheless you see this woman with like blonde hair, She has various, just like a sort of circlet situation, like small copper bands holding her hair back, her hair in a long, thick braid down her back. And she's wearing very special equipment, sky swimmer equipment. She has like red leather sleeves. She has very specific gauntlets meant for riding wyvern back. She is half barefoot, sort of like laced around her ankle, but otherwise her toes are exposed. It is very like tight, form-fitting leather gear to, keep her aerodynamic. And she will look at you all and smile and say, welcome to the Sky Swimmers area of Aurora Concordant. Neelis like nudges the nearest person, who is Ember, according to the dice.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are both honored and privileged to be here on such an auspicious evening.
She says, likewise. And allow me to introduce my wife. This is Erethiel, Lady Erethiel. And you will see this gorgeous blonde, similarly blonde woman, a little bit more like sort of straw blonde rather than the almost bleach blonde that Tal'Dorei has. Her handout's up now. And she... What did you call her? But yes, Lady Erethiel, who sort of bows gracefully. She's actually in a dress, in a blue dress, and she smiles and says, yes, welcome to the area. It'll be good to have some company up here while my wife's off performing her ceremony, of course. And who says, with that said, I probably should be getting going now. Do you have everything you need? And her wife will say, yes, good luck. You're going. And she sort of like squeezes her hand and has like a silent sort of like look into her eyes and to say like, you're going to do great. And Tal'Dorei smiles and will sort of put her shoulders back and walk down the steps and out of the place. If anyone looks down off the banister, you guys can see that one of the huntsmen are going to like go with her. It seems that they're taking security a little more seriously tonight, and that huntsman will be replaced by someone on the ground rather quickly. Anyway, so she takes off, and Lady Erethiel will sort of just kind of keep an eye out. Next, and certainly with some spectacle about them, you are going to see the High Priestess of the Moonweaver, the Temple of the Moon here. You are going to see High Priestess Alara Moonshadow, and Neelis will introduce her as such. I am going to give you her handout, because she's cool, but she deserves one. She worked very hard to earn her handout. Alara Moonshadow. Incredible. And standing next to them will be an elven paladin. Says, pleasure to make all of your acquaintance. It is good that you could be here so soon. Blessings of the Moonweaver upon you this night. Aren't the Moonweaver ribbons exquisite?
They are quite lovely.
Well, thank you for saying so. And allow me to introduce to you my protector this evening. This is Paladin Sarek. And you see this elven paladin, very ostentatious, like Moonweaver, not ceremonial armor, but very nice armor. Who just sort of bows the head quietly and says, good to make all of your acquaintance. I hear there is to be some danger this evening.
That is the concern. We're hoping that it is simply a concern and not an eventuality, but we're glad that we've been allowed here all the same.
Well, hopefully these threats can pass us by, and if not, they will... I think they'll simply help us pass us by. Perhaps the Moonweaver will see to it that we have a peaceful... and the High Priestess will say, of course she will. Lyrengorn has always been a neutral state. We have no enemies to speak of. The prospect of an attack is ridiculous. There's no reason for it. But if this is insisted upon by one as well regarded as Nailus, then I suppose it must be.
Unfortunately, in my experience, one's neutrality has very little impact on one's vulnerability.
She says, then you have not spent enough time in Lyrengorn, good dwarf.
On that, I wholly agree. It is truly a wonderful city.
Indeed. Well, regardless, enjoy the ceremony. Hopefully, all will go as the Moonweaver intends. I have faith in it, in fact. And they will sort of turn back to their duties and talk with a couple of priests who are going to be sort of scattered about the city. Nailus will tell all of you, says, the High Priestess conducts the first portion of the ceremony. She will be here for the invocations of the Moonweaver. She usually does so from the high balconies of the Temple of the Moon, but we have made an exception this evening to ensure as many of the Crescent Conclave as possible can be in one place for the sake of security. So, and plus the area is very hard to access, so better than the Temple of the Moon.
Thank you.
He says, and last but not least, within the Crescent Conclave, allow me to introduce you to Arcanus Loreless. And you guys will see an older elven woman, probably the oldest amongst the elves that you have seen on the council. And I will put her hand out. You see this older, but not wrinkly by any means. Her hair is white, but it is long and flowing. She wears sort of almost like golden brass silky robes, gorgeous earrings. She's a beautiful sort of older elven woman, probably very wise in her skill as a mage. She will say, Andalanati Sean, you have come to us from very far away. Thank you for your extra protection this evening. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce you to my husband. This is Lord Rockus. And you will see this elven man appear. Sorry, Zarvolg. You will see this sort of rather ostentatious, well-dressed, flowing, long purple dress with a cravat and a staff, like a walking stick for show, and a goblet of wine. He says, "Indeed, welcome." Also, it's worth noting he's quite a bit younger than Loreless. Probably by Elven standards, probably by a couple hundred years. He's probably if she were five, you don't know how old she is, but if she was 500, he's probably 200. He's a couple centuries off from her.
Situation.
Yeah, because she's a cougar.
I respect it. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, she has a little boy toy husband who stays at home.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Love that for her.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you live that long, you gotta keep it fresh.
They're both living the dream. She's like the head wizard of Lyrengorn, and
he's a spry young 200-year-old.
Yeah, he's a spry young man who's going to inherit a lot of money one day.
He's a little elfin mimbo.
Yeah, exactly. And he will say to all of you, "Welcome. It is glad to have some other people who appreciate the beauty of the Moonweaver here this evening. It'll be very good to have some extra eyes and some extra ears to talk off."
Zarvolg will kind of gently nudge Glint and bend down and kind of gruffly whisper in his ear, "Does it hurt your dwarven eyes to see so many beautiful people?"
I see one in the mirror every day.
He'll laugh out loud like a full gruff belly laugh.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah, somewhere in Craghammer, they're like, oh, oh, shit. What the fuck? They're losing. Craghammer's losing it right now. They don't know why. And incredible. And with that, they kind of disperse. Nihilus will say, the Moonweaver's ribbon ceremony is about to begin. I'm going to go do a perimeter check. But I would encourage you all to stay here, keep your eye out, and feel free to enjoy the oncoming ceremony. May the Moonweaver be with you, and may she help illuminate whatever tricks and traps may be about. And he will depart. Or they will depart, excuse me.
Oh, so who's left up here with us? Everybody's departing.
It's you guys in the Crescent Conclave. The only person who's missing now is that Sky Swimmer, like that one member of the Crescent Conclave, who will be. And if you were curious, Nihilus will say, we're not as worried about her. She will be conducting the ceremony itself and on the Wyvern back.
Sure.
And she'll have her Sky Swimmers around. It's not entirely comfortable, but she cannot be missed for the sake of the ceremony. It's the one person we really cannot confine for the sake of security, or else the ceremony simply will not go.
Yeah, understandable.
So as you're waiting for the ceremony to begin, is there anyone you would like to talk to up here? There is, there's everybody I named up here except for the Sky Swimmer.
Lorellus was the Arcanist, is that correct?
Yes, Arcanist Lorellus, who is the leader. She's in charge of all manner. She's the leading authority and in charge of all manners arcane of environment.
Glenn would approach her.
You approach her and she smiles and says, "Hello."
Good evening. I'm sorry to bother you, and I promise I will not talk about my paranoia all evening. But I imagine that if this place were to be under risk, it would be by likely someone capable of getting up here. Are there aerial defenses in place of any kind? Any runes or wards I should be aware of?
We have set for a number of wards. There are people on the ground who are watching the base of the area. It is only through levitation spells that someone could, any sort of flight or levitation spell that someone could reach the area, and they need to do so quite silently, as there are many eyes watching out for us up here, the keen eyes of many hunters. But there have been other glyphs and wards that have been erected, glyphs of warding, so on and so forth.
Would someone be able to teleport up here?
Pardon?
Would someone be able to teleport up here?
Unfortunately, yes. That is entirely possible. It's not so. We haven't conducted anti-magics up here. If we were to do so, the High Priest wouldn't be able to conduct their ceremonies.
Of course. I could offer some protections against scrying and planar travel, if you would like. If that interferes, though, I understand entirely.
Do you mean to refer to Private Sanctum?
Correct.
I believe the spell features that an individual cannot hear in or out of the area, no?
I believe so in its general use.
Yes, we had considered using a Private Sanctum, but much the same, the High Priestess will need to be able to speak to the people of Lyrengorn for the sake of the ceremony. She cannot be heard, the ceremony cannot be conducted.
I could modify it to preclude that effect if you would like.
Let's see here. This is Private Sanctum.
Yes. Whenever you cast it, you basically pick any of the effects that you really want out of the listed.
Got it. She says, we had considered such a thing. We would need the sound to be able to pass through, and If the area is dark and foggy, people will not be able to look up and see the spectacle of the High Priestess's performance. And other than that, it would simply guard against divination, and we have no reason to need to hide from divinations. We're going to be quite public about us being up here. So it was decided that, unfortunately, our being up here is... it doesn't really require a private sanctum. Other than the teleportation, you could, if you were feeling particularly in need of that, block teleportation and planar travel.
I trust your wisdom.
Do you expect threats tonight, or what threats that you've perceived would be capable of such powers?
Honestly, I'm used to expecting some measure of a threat. And most of the ones I've come across in my day and in recent adventures seem quite likely of having that capability if they so desired. Now, at the same time, it's entirely likely that if someone was truly determined, they could simply dispel such a fire ward and then enter regardless. So I ultimately do trust your expertise. You have much more experience and time here than I do, and in magic itself, I'm sure. It would simply do my mind some measure of ease, I think.
Well, then by all means, if you think it necessary for the precautions, then by all means, you may go ahead and perform a private sanctum. All I would ask is you do not obscure the area from sound or sight.
Of course. And yeah, Clint will, over 10 minutes, unless anything happens in the interim, cast private sanctum specifically to bar effectively planar travel within the area. It can be up to 100 feet on each side.
Got it.
So no blocking. Yeah, no planar travel, no teleportation. So something couldn't theoretically dimension door in or plane shift in.
Understood. Excellent. And she would have said, don't block divinations either, because this is in large a divine ritual, so it would require some things.
Yeah, so it's purely just stopping things from appearing in, but not stopping people from watching.
Yeah. And she'll say, well, excellent. Quite the skilled mage. I'm impressed.
Oh, thank you. I have an excess of practice for my age.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully, with your aid and the aid of your party, everything will go smoothly. But as the High Priestess said, our greatest safety is our neutrality. We have no allies, but we have no enemies either, and that is how we remain safe up here in the north.
Wonderful.
And she'll smile and kind of, return to her husband and enjoying the evening.
Excellent.
Anybody else want to talk to anybody? Do anything? Get a drink? No? Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Okay.
You did say that the one huntsman left, right? And he was replaced by another.
Hang on, I'm just trying to read my map. Okay. Sorry, hit me with that.
Oh yeah, I think you'd said earlier that the one huntsman that we originally met left, the one that you gave the handout for, and another one replaced him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone went with the sky swimmer, and then another one sort of came up a minute or two later and replaced him.
Sure. All right.
Cool.
Just making sure I have tabs on who all's up here.
Fair enough. Okay. You guys eventually come to the ceremony. All right. It's a little windy up here. It's a little cooler away from the wards, that warm Lyrengorn down below. And things are going to get real magical up here. As referenced on the Roll20, this is what you're like. This is The picture that you see on Roll20 is, in every sense of the word, the Moonweaver's ribbons. These great, oh, this is celebration or something else. Channel. Great streaks of light throughout the sky. Okay. So, at a certain point, all of the rabble of the city begins to quiet. You see many of them turn towards the Eyrie, and the High Priestess actually begins to glow somewhat. Underneath the Moonweaver ribbons, they stand on the elevated platform here at the High Root, here in the heart of Lyrengorn, looking down upon their people from the skies, from the Eyrie lookout. The city glows with magic light, casting ethereal shadows on the gathering elves, and the Moonweaver's ribbons, creating a light of blues and purples. Her voice resonates with divine power, echoing throughout the sacred space, and all of Lyrengorn hears her words. Blessed citizens of Lyrengorn, seekers of truth and weavers of dreams, tonight we gather under the benevolent gaze of our Moonweaver, our celestial guide and guardian. O Moonweaver, goddess of silvery light, mistress of illusions, trickery, and midnight trysts, we call upon your grace. We call upon you to grace us with your presence. Illuminate our hearts and minds with your divine wisdom. Weave your magic through the fabric of our lives. She sort of looks down from the sky and out at the people. As we stand united beneath your shimmering veil, may your blessings pour upon us like moonlight on a tranquil sea. Bless this city of Lyrengorn, nestled in the embrace of the cliff-peaked mountains and the elven peaks, with your protective light. Let our homes be sanctuaries of peace, our hearts be heavens of joy, and our minds be open to the wonders of your mysteries. She looks up to the Aurora Borealis and sort of swings her hand, and as she sort of moves her hand through the sky, there's almost a ripple throughout the Aurora Borealis itself, as if she were sort of playing a song or painting the sky with her very hand, if but barely, but not quite. Witness the night sky, my people. As the Moonweaver's ribbons begin to dance within the great intensity, these lights are your gift, Moonweaver, a symbol of our boundless love and the magic that flows through your veins. Each flicker and glow is a testament to your presence, a reminder that we are never alone, even in the darkest of nights. As the Moonweaver's ribbons approach, my good people, let us embrace the spirit of renewal and celebration. May our hearts be light, our spirits be free, and our souls be attuned to the sacred dance of the cosmos. Let the sky swimmers take to the heavens, their wyverns soaring through the skies, their movements a tribute to your grace and power. In this sacred moment, let us renew our vows to live in harmony with one another and with the natural world that cradles us. May our bonds be strengthened, our love be deepened, and our community be a beacon of light in a world often shrouded in shadows. O Moonweaver, we thank you for your endless blessings, for your guidance, and for the light you cast upon our paths. May your presence continue to inspire us, to challenge us, and to remind us of the beauty of magic and to exist within the world around us. Together, we honor you now and forevermore. May the light of the Moonweaver guide us always. The High Priestess bows her head in reverence to the night sky, and the gathering elves all down below and even here on the Eyrie follow suit. The aurora beams, the ribbons dance more brightly than ever, a divine sign of the Moonweaver's blessings upon Lyrengornians. You see then music begin to take over the city after a pregnant pause. A raucous sort of celebratory music, flutes and such. Very How to Train Your Dragon. That sort of almost like this like large, almost orchestral music begins to take as you see a fleet of dozens of wyverns fly up into the air, but they do so with beauty. They fly around each other in circling patterns as if creating a tornado of flight and then spanning across the sky wide. Everyone sort of takes across the city, and the riders take their carried specialized crystal-tipped spears and poke them into the Aurora Borealis themselves and sort of grab them on the end of their spears like cotton candy on the end of a stick. They capture these colors within it and begin to swirl around each other with an enormous skill, a skill that just should not exist, clearly made from elves who have trained for century upon century to perfect this artistic dance up in the sky. They capture the strands of the Aurora Borealis and perform an intricate aerial maneuver, seizing the vibrant strands and weaving them into radiant, esoteric portraits, starting with a large swirling around the actual top of the city, like a great aurora tornado right above the sky. And as they sort of span off wide, deep into the snowy ice in the sky, they begin to make grand designs, elven runes, images of elves dancing within the skies. It is truly gorgeous. They paint the wintry sky with breathtaking images, scenes of elven history, mythical creatures such as minotaurs and other monsters, pegasi, celestial wonders like elves, and maybe even the symbol of the Moonweaver herself. The colors of the Aurora Borealis blend seamlessly, creating a living tapestry that mesmerizes all who behold it, including yourselves. The portraits tell stories of bravery, of love, and the ethereal bond between the elves and the moon. As the sky swimmers dance and parade around the sky, making these beautiful insignias for near on 20 minutes to a half an hour, and complete their sky paintings, a huge celebration breaks out across the sky. The high priestess raises her hands to the sky, and with a wave of magical energy begins to pulse across Lyrengorn, starting with her as if she were the heart of the ceremony. As it begins to pulse out from her, a wave across Lyrengorn, then a wave of even greater distance, and another wave of greater distance, and then a scream. You turn around behind you, and you see atop Lady Arafiel, the sky swimmer coordinator who left today. You see standing atop her with a knife buried in her back is a drow. And you see about 6 other drow sort of jump over the banisters, and they all turn around in surprise. Everyone here turns around in surprise. You hear them speak in Undercommon, which Zarvolg and Yvaine will understand. It says, "Kill the conclave. In their name. Now!" And I'll have everyone roll initiative. I do a little organizing here, but give me a minute. Do it.
One has the very wizard moment of forgetting that people are capable of climbing tall objects.
Climbing gear exists. It's like, how did they do that? By what?
But yeah, but it makes noise. We would hear it. We've done this before. We got boned by that once. That's why we didn't think of it.
Yeah, we did. Totally got boned by that before.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Clearly they're better climbers than we are.
Unfortunately, drow are known for their sneaking.
Fuckers.
Right.
Fucking assholes.
It's okay.
Man, that's cheating. That's cheating.
What, stealth? Stealth's cheating.
Yeah.
When they do it, it is. When they do it,
When they do it, it is. Healing and stealth is not allowed by the bad guys. It's not fair.
Oh.
Right. Did they update D&D Beyond? Because I just rolled initiative, and because I have advantage, it rolled 2 dice at once.
Yeah, there's a lot of updates in D&D Beyond. They like move stuff around in the interface too. Like they moved like speed and defenses into its own tab if you use the mobile version. It's like there's a lot.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never seen it do that before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun that I don't have to roll twice now.
I'm missing somebody. Just don't know who it is. Where's the Arcanist lady that I had here? Where did she go?
So Ryan,
I had her jump off. Oh yeah.
I'm not complaining at all, but just for the sake of clarity, did you see my message about the heavy crossbow of warning?
Ah, that's right. You have the heavy crossbow of warning. So Zarvolg. So here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you guys what's going to happen when it happens. But yes, that is going to come into play here for sure.
Does Zarvolg get a Han Solo moment?
Warning, right? Just wanna go double check that. Damn, I screwed myself by giving you that. Not kidding.
Of course he shot first.
Of course he shot first.
Zarvolg always wants to shoot everybody. It just makes sense.
Right, and first is my
Sorry,
whole
go
thing.
Oh, she's like inside the paladin. That's why I can find her. She is going to get in on the action too, along with the drow. All right, if you'll give me about a moment. Okay, I will. No, I'll be fair. I'll be fair about that. You have the crossbow warning. You might just save the day here. Give me a moment. So I will tell you guys what happens once we have initiative rolled, but I am definitely taking that into account. Good catch.
Yeah, I threw it into the chat real quick while you were talking, just for this specific occasion. And I did change my attunements around so that I would have it available.
Understood. No problem there. That's going to be 8, 4. What's her name? The wee. He is not here. He done got caught. And oh Lord. And last, I need me an archmage. So we got one here. Oh, that's going to be okay. I think I have everybody down. Let me put on some music and we will get the initiative going. Ambushed seems apt. Okay, initiative's up. Who rolled above a 20?
25.
Damn.
All right, Zarvolg. Who rolled 20 to 15?
15.
19.
20.
Dang.
You can hold a nat 20 for initiative. Come on.
Damn it. Okay, Yvaine rolled 20, Finch, and then I rolled for the 19 from Ember. So there, and then I've got my assassins after Finch. How about 15 to 10? No? How about 10 to 5?
9 for me.
9. We're gonna go next, and then we'll have. Wow. Ooh, I didn't roll for her. I knew I missed somebody. Oh, yeah. Okay, she only got 4. So yeah, she is at the end. I'll put you there. Okay, initiative is up. So here's what happens. So all of this magic is coming off of the High Priestess as she waves her hands up at the beautiful sky paintings. Waving her hands, and all of you are utterly enraptured by the beauty, and to no fault of your own, it's a gorgeous, it is a once-in-a-lifetime sight. Passive perceptions are absolutely dimmed as you are drawn by the celestial beauty of the scene. But one of you is equipped for the situation. Zarvolg, something pings off in your head, pings off with the rest of you. That danger is afoot. And as you turn around, very suddenly, you see the wife of the Sky Swimmer coordinator who left earlier, standing, like, looking up in awe and beauty. And behind her is this sort of roughly red-cloaked, like, winter-wearing, but you can see by the red eyes and gray skin under the hood, drow with a sort of curved, sort of almost sacrificial blade raised above her head. What do you do?
Oh, I'm going to yell, no, and begin firing.
All right, Zarvolg, quick shot, turns around. No surprise round on you, my friend. What do you do? Maybe some attack rolls. I already asked you that.
Yeah. I am actually going to both action surge. Yeah, no, action surge. That's right. That's it for this one. So that'll be 5 total attacks.
Okay.
All at advantage. Oh, and the first one's a crit.
Fucking perfect. Go for it. We love that. We love that.
Right. My crit came up automatically, but it's not going to roll right, so I'll tell you what it is. Hold on. All right, so let's see. That's going to be... that's going to be 22. Oh, I didn't hunter's mark, but that's okay. I was surprised. Maybe I didn't.
You can hunter's mark if you want.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So that first shot's going to be 29.
Ouch.
And then there are
you're shooting at the guy who was about to stab the lady, I assume?
Yeah, oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's the only one I know of so far, I believe, right? Like that's the one.
You're aware of all of them. They were creeping up behind you guys, kind of in in Pirates of the Caribbean, where all the undead dudes like sort of make their way onto the dock and nobody's really sure. That's kind of what it's like. That they came up in a group behind you guys completely unawares, but now you see them all.
All right, so I'm firing off shots at the stabby one until he falls, and then I'll think about the others if we get to that.
Got it.
All right, so that was 29 for him right away. Here comes the second attack of 5. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, yep, sorry. That is going to be 16 damage.
16 damage. All right. He takes it. He's bloodied.
All right. Third attack. It's going to be another crit.
Zarvolg's standing on business today.
Right. Going for the eyes.
I guess so.
All right. So let's see. So that's going to be 31 damage.
Yow. And with that, he's like, I'm gonna stab him, and he goes, and he like falls off the back of the banister just from the impacts of the bow, and he's going to like fall off the side and sort of like hard thump on the ground below. You don't expect he's alive anymore. There's hit points, right? But like in the narrative of the game, you like shot him in the shoulder. Actually, no, there was 2 crits in there. So you like shot him in the heart, and then shot him in the shoulder, and then shot him in the heart again. And he like falls off the side. And you're like, he's done. Like that's, he's dead for a fact.
Nice.
Anything else?
I'm having a good week. I never crit on attack rolls. So yeah, I've got 2 more shots. I guess whoever's the next most obvious or like closest to my line of sight? Like he would just scan after that guy falls, so the next closest to that guy, I guess.
Yeah, so this guy looks similarly more prepared than his companions.
Okay. So he's gonna get 2 shots as well.
Got it.
Wow, I am a rolling fiend tonight. That's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't switch my hunter's mark though because it's the same turn, so he's not getting a hunter's mark.
Right.
So that's 7 damage for that one. And then 1 more attack.
All right.
And that's only going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, how much damage did you do on the first one?
7.
7, thank you.
And then the second damage is 12.
12. All right. You don't hit him quite as hard as the other guy, but
Yeah.
you nick him pretty good. Is there anything else?
No. Now, well, let me. Can I see the space so I can tell if I want to move or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
So where are the? Could you show me like where the bad guys are compared to like
These are the
the
bad
guys that
right
aren't bad?
here. These
Oh,
are all
those are
bad
bad
guys.
guys.
Everyone unhighlighted are good guys.
Oh, they're all in one area. Oh, okay, I see. I thought they were kind of coming up from all sides. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that is great. Then I will. Who's that right in front of me?
That is Beverly.
Oh
He's
no!
like,
I'm
holy shit!
Oh,
As she
I'm
turns
over.
around.
I'm over here. I'm sorry. Who's over there to the right of us, like on the other side of the hole?
That is the lady Arfiel, who you just saved the life of, and beside
Yeah.
her is the Huntmaster Ilarion.
Okay.
I'll turn the
And that's
brightness up a little bit. It's a little dark.
thank you. Sorry. And
No
that
problem.
the other drow that lit up there. I'm not trying to sneak in, but there was another drow. That's the one that's on the ground.
That guy's dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So in that case, I will not move. You know what? I take that back. I will absolutely move.
Where are you moving?
I'm going to try to run and jump over the stairwell and land right in front of Lady What's Her Bucket.
Got it. 5. I have no doubt you have the strength to make it 10 feet at the very least. Or actually, you're a ranger. How much strength do you have?
I have 15 strength.
All right. Without any issue, you can land. Well, let's see. I assume you don't want.
Can I land like directly behind her? Is that possible?
Yeah, yeah, let me see. So 15 can get you there, and that will. So you land here, right in the middle of the drow. I will say, if you take that 5-foot step to interpose yourself, you're going to get 3 opportunity attacks.
All right. Well, then I don't want to do that.
2.
I will actually stand right here. Then that's good. I'll land right here and stand here.
All right, fantastic. That will bring us to.
I didn't measure it, honey.
So you throw yourself right into the middle of the battle. That will bring us to Yvaine and Happy. Yvaine, the weapon of warning similarly warns you that there is danger afoot. Your allies are completely unaware, other than your companions. What do you do?
All right, so I feel like she would have like sort of been very much taken with this, but I don't imagine her hand would have been that far from her scroll just because it's all tied and she's very emotional anyway. So bonus action, she's going to throw on her starry form, but I think in the moment she just grabs for like the moon bow, like she's grabbing it out of the sky, and shoots her bonus action shot and then guiding bolt at 2nd level.
All right.
At the person that Zarvolg just shot in the masked red him. Yes, that dude.
All right, go for it. Make me some attack rolls.
Cool. So.
Damn, you guys aren't even gonna let me get one assassinate attack off on these innocent people.
All right, so that is an 11 plus 10 is a 21.
Easy hit, yeah.
So that is for 10 points. That was the quick starry form. And then
All
the
right.
next one, this is my guiding bolt.
All right.
I'm also going to cast from the scroll because I can, and I'm feeling it. Oh shit, so that's a 19 plus 10, so it's a 29 to hit.
I think that'll hit. Possible.
There's 13 points of damage and he's glowing now, so whatever attacks him next has advantage.
Understood. He glows with starry moonlight. Is there anything else? He's bloody.
No, I'm actually in a good position. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stand here and get ready to throw more heat.
Got it. Ember Van Zyl, the crossbow warned you what to do. You're muted. There you go.
Let's move in front of Beverly.
Yep.
Catty corner to the dude in red.
Like that.
Right in front of the stairs. Catty corner to him. Perfect.
Got it. Perfect.
Ember is going to raise his hand and say, "In fire be bound." And I'm going to cast Rhymes Binding Ice, but I'm going to transform it from ice damage to fire.
Oh fuck! I love this. Okay, all right. That's cool flavor. That's cool flavor. Okay. So what are we doing? It's a cone of cold, right?
It's a con save, DC 16.
And it's a cone, right?
Yep, 30-foot cone.
A 30-foot motherfucking cone. Good God. Okay.
I'm hoping that I can stock 4 of those.
Oh yeah, you're getting 4 of those guys. You got those 4 guys. Good God.
Perfect.
I love everything about this. Okay, con saves. Here we go. That is going to be what's the DC? Sorry.
16.
16. That is a success for the big guy. That is a success for one of those guys. Let me look at their stats. Failure and a failure. So 2 successes, 2 failures.
Okay. It's the first time I'm using it, so bear with me here. Let's make a con save on a failed save. Successful save takes half as much damage.
Got it.
So that's 18 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
If you failed your save, having movement of 0 until somebody gets you out.
18. Okay, so that's going to be 9. This guy's going to take 9. And they managed to sort of, I don't know, get around some of it. But these two are like locked in these like cylinders of flame. They sort of like roil around their body and seize them. And they scream in pain because boy, does that hurt. And more than that, they don't fully incinerate, but they fall to the ground dead as they are sort of laced about by these like snakes of fire that take them out.
And as a bonus action, I am going to Misty Step directly next to Zarvolg and put myself between the remaining guy there in the end and the lady who they were trying to kill.
Got it. All right, so I'll put you like right there.
Fantastic.
Up here. Oh, you can't do 2 spells in one shot, but
oh, that's right.
I'm sure you can make it over there. It's fine. You got 30 feet.
Yeah.
10. What's your strength score?
Actually, strength score is a 12.
Make me. I'm gonna call it. Yeah, maybe an athletics check. Let's see if you can get yourself a little burst and get in that corner.
19.
I'll give it to you for 19. Yeah, you managed to just like kind of fly through Zarvolg's space. Like maybe you kind of like bump him with your elbows. You're flying through the air, like in the back of the head. And it's a little bit like a oh shit. Like it's a little bit of of a destructive jump, but you do manage to get into the space.
Oh, I also forgot something else that needs to happen too. Come to think of it. I gotta roll with die 100.
Okay.
82.
82. What about it?
This is the first time I'm actually using meta magic to change a spell. So the Feywild Shard is going to go off.
Ah, the Feywild Shard. How could I have forgotten about the Feywild Shard? Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at that. It's from the...
An 82. That's awfully handy.
Oh shit! Why don't you tell us what's going on? My tap could be forever.
You may take one additional action immediately.
Holy shit! That's really good. Yeah. So as you fly through the air, this shard that you got from the like Onkeg monster, like Fey monster creature, sort of flares off, and you get sort of like thrusted into like an extra extent of speed. A little action surge overtakes you, and you're standing in front of this guy. And what do?
Let's see. What the hell can I do? I think I whack him with a spear because I can't hit him with. Oh, I could hit him with a cantrip.
You can actually. So here's the deal, and this is where D&D gets weird. Technically, the rules specify that you can only take a leveled spell between your action and bonus action. So, per having another action, you can cast another spell.
In that case, I will use bonus action to cast Flame Blade, and then I'll whack him with the Flame Blade.
Do you take another turn or just another action?
Just another action, but I actually didn't use a bonus action. I just moved.
Oh, okay, yeah, then fantastic. You, okay, so you will be boned there because you just can't use a bonus action and an action for a spell. You can't use those. Yeah, okay. You can use two full actions, so the action surge.
Well, in that case, I can hit them with a full on hoo-ha then. And we'll hit this same guy with the same binding ice again.
Hell yeah! All right, we roll con save.
Yep.
That he fails. Roll me some damage.
11.
11. He's still alive, but barely. But he is wrapped up by this like wheel of flame that holds him in his place. And he kind of screams as he's like screaming in his Underdark language, desperately. Okay, is that all, my friend?
Yeah, I think that's probably plenty.
All right, that was pretty good. Okay, the High Paladin Sarek turns around and says something in Elvish in shock and surprise and draws his blade. But that's his turn. He was surprised. You guys weren't, but he was. So that brings us to Finch Andegard as the weapon of warning sort of pings in your mind. What do you do?
I am going to use my movement to get to the guy with like the red hood that's near that staircase.
All right. He's like, no, and you run over there. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I'm gonna swing on him with my warhammer.
Wang-a-lang.
Wang-a-lang. Let's see, that is a 25 to hit.
Nah, you don't hit. It's fine. Yeah, you do.
All right, and I'm gonna apply smite on top of that.
All right.
So that's
Kyora Nana! He screams.
20. That's 22 points of damage.
Oh shit, man! Don't kill my guy. I want to kill somebody with him. He's still alive. He's super fucking bloody, but he is still alive.
And I'm gonna try and hit him again.
Oh, roll me one more d20 and crit fish because guiding bolt. Do it about advantage.
No.
Okay, give me that last attack.
All right. That is an 18 to hit.
That will hit. He is the proud bearer of 5 extra hit points. So, how do you want to kill him?
Let's see here. I guess because it seems like it's a little bit of like chaos. I think honestly, Finch is probably just gonna like do like one swipe across the face and then like just backhand like again with the hammer, take him down.
Absolutely fucking brutal. You run up and you smack him across the face. I couldn't imagine being hit across the face by like a fucking giant slug of war hammer metal. So you slam him across the face and he kind of like looks back at you. You see his eyes actually like partially popped out of his socket, and he's like a number of teeth are missing. And then you come back the other side and you hear, and there's this like, you hate to admit it, but this really satisfying crunch as you feel his skull collapse under the weight of your swing, and he falls dead.
I'm picturing Glenn from The Walking Dead with the eye.
Yeah, pretty much. Except you don't have a baseball bat. You have a fucking warhammer. So and the Wrath of God, of course.
Let's see.
But yes,
let's see. So
there's just this one guy left who's peeing his pants a little bit.
Okay, I am.
And this guy here.
Am I in melee with him, or do I need to creep up a little further?
Yeah, creep up a little further.
Okay, and then I'm gonna action surge.
You would.
Oh, what? Who allowed a paladin to have
Everyone.
action surge?
Stop it, everybody.
All right, and then that is.
I got 3 action surges on my fucking first rounds.
You're like, oh, I'm so hurt. 16 plus is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him.
And that is gonna be, and I'm going to smite on that as well. So
don't bother. He has 4 hit points left.
Oh, okay, well then that's fine. All right, and I think just like in like a flurry, like backhand that guy, and then like use the momentum again to like swing the warhammer again, just to crack this guy across the head.
As you've cracked this first guy and sort of cracked his skull, you know, usually it's like the weight of like the overdraw of the swing, but your father has been showing you a thing or two lately. And he taught you a way to like compensate for excess weight, and you sort of like twist your foot around. It's a very subtle movement, but you twist your foot around, dig your heel in, and thrust, and it sort of forces all of that momentum to sort of slingshot backwards. And you take another smash and crack his rib cage as you slam him right in the chest.
Hell yeah.
And you are out of feet to get to my last guy, who is like stuck in like a fire wheel right now.
He's like, fuck, I regret everything, my life choices.
Beverly is going to take her turn after yours, and she's going to run up behind you and just sort of, and because she was never returned from her, like was never given back or was never asked for back, she is going to throw the Moon Maiden spear across the battlefield at the last drow.
Hell yeah.
And in a complete dramatic irony, the spear, as this guy's like, the flame, this like gorgeous ornate spear of the Moon Maiden stabs him through the heart, and he sort of and like falls into the flame and shit emulates. And with that, before anyone, like before her, before him, before her, before him, before any of them are even aware that anything has happened, the enemy is defeated. Sorry, Glenn.
That's fine.
A little
Wanted to
too
save the
efficient.
spell slots anyway.
I was like, this is the CR was, it all made sense. Oh well. But anyway, you guys technically ended up, you're like Uno reverse card. There's a prize round on them. Took them out. So in this moment, the high priestess isn't aware, and kind of continues to sort of billow out these magics across Lyrengorn. And everyone else turns around in complete shock, especially her, who like, I'm gonna say like, it's just like this lady, Arafiel, sort of looks and is like, almost killed me. And looks at you, Ember, and Zarvolg, suddenly very, very panicked. She goes, you saved me. I should be dead right now. You saved me. How? And she's just kind of shocked. The paladin runs over for all of the good that it does and draws his sword, and he's like he doesn't say it, but he's like, yep, they're dead. Yep. But he sort of like stays beside the high priestess, who frankly has lost. I'm gonna roll a check, but I think she's lost concentration. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can concentrate through that. Just keep it the fuck down. I'm trying to
Okay,
cleanse Lyrengorn.
priestess. She can do it.
With a 17, she does manage to maintain concentration, and this force begins to billow out of her. They start basically organizing, start like talking, being like, "What's going on?" And as you guys look down over the drow shadow respite on the edge of Lyrengorn, there's going to be these two glowing red lights, much similar to the color of Rudis. And you're going to see they're barely perceivable. Zarvolg, only because you have the goggles, I'll allow you to make a perception check advantage if you want to try and spy and see what these things are.
All right. Oh, unfortunately, at advantage, I only got a 15.
It'll be enough. You peer down the side, and you see these very strange, aberrant creatures, the likes of which you have never seen before. It looks like a cross between... I gotta pull up this picture so I can properly tell you what it looks like. Nope, not that guy. It looks like a cross between a snake and a praying mantis at the same time. Except it is just completely black and silhouetted, other than the red light that glows from it, and it has hundreds and hundreds of eyes swirling around it, like almost like a mockery of the stars themselves, sort of swirling around their bodies as they sort of float through the air with their sort of mantis arms out in front of them, and they begin to sort of swarm into the area, and you see these eyeballs shoot out of their back like a storm, and you hear screams beginning to emerge from Lyrengorn as you see skulls being destroyed and just people crying out in pain as these creatures begin to sort of attack the whole of Lyrengorn. Everyone's a little stunned in this moment, but the High Paladin Sark will be the only one to keep his nerve, and he will look at all of you. And he says, "The High Priestess must be allowed to complete her ritual. I will stay here with her. You must go and destroy these creatures. Go. You must go." I see no way that this can... Please. Yes, go ahead.
Out of character, I just have two quick questions. So where are these things currently?
They're off at the edge of Lyrengorn, making their way into the city.
Okay. And then just quickly, as something Glenn would have be looking at, are the drow wearing any kind of like iconography or symbols on their person? Are they repping any particular patron or horrible old god? Things like that.
Make an investigation check as you sort of quickly start to rummage through their bodies.
I'm going to use one of the charges on the ring for advantage on that. And roll investigation. As a 28.
28. No holy images whatsoever. They're not. Their skin isn't marred with the flesh of some culty whatever. They seem to be basic drow. Other than that their arms and armor are worn, but very dark and alien in their make. And you believe that this is like traditional drow, like armor and swords. Like these were probably produced in the Underdark somewhere. But they're fairly well made. Like the regular drow, the sort of easier to kill drow, they were wearing chain shirts that are made of like some kind of like they were made of like a darker steel. But then the assassins had like black studded armor on it that is very sort of like drow in design, very traditional drow. Other than that, the assassin drow had a hand crossbow, had a short bow, and he has a couple of vials of poison on his hip. Well, they cumulatively have a couple of vials of poison on their hip.
Glenn's not gonna stop and loot the bodies, but he is gonna scoop up that poison to look at later.
Okay, and you can look into that later, but you can add. I'll say add. 1, 2, 4. I'll say add 6 vials of drow poison and 4 vials of drow assassin poison. We'll deal with those later.
Understood.
There's also amongst them all empty vials as well. You get the sense that they've all, like, when they jumped up here, they already had coated their weapons.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Oh, you were gonna poison us. What? Who acts like that?
You said that's Glenn's.
How uncouth.
I say.
I'm saying it to you.
Oh, me? Yeah, absolutely.
Incredibly rude.
Well, deal with it. I don't know.
I'm putting that in my survey feedback.
Yeah, this is going on the review. This is definitely going on the review.
This is
to
going
poison
on the
me
survey.
personally.
Bitch tried to poison you. Can you believe that? The Arcanist, Lorla says, I will stay here and ensure the protection of the High Priestess, along with my husband and what's her name? Sky Swimmer Talindra's wife. I'll protect everyone up here. Huntsman Alarian says, I'll go with you for a time. I will try and rally my huntsmen. If there are 2 of them, perhaps we might divide and conquer in the streets. Me and my huntsman should try to bring order back to Lyrengorn. So let us go and let us go swim.
Understood.
We had to levitate up here. I have no idea how to get down.
Oh,
Yes.
I do.
Zara just jumps with the bat wings.
I think the Arcanist Lorla says, yes, no, come with me. And she will go down into the main hall. And she will sort of take out a little key and open up this side table, really. And there will be a number of scrolls inside. She'll just grab one of them just without really looking and close it and relock it. And she'll hand it to all of you and says, "Scroll of Featherfall, just in case of emergencies."
I really need to scribe that someday.
She'll throw another one to you and say,
Oh, thank you.
"Thank you for saving our lives." Yeah.
And here it's on Yvaine's birthday.
She goes, "Oh my God, it's by the Moonweaver, it's your birthday. I'm so sorry that this is happening."
It's okay. Let me go kill these other things, and then maybe we can celebrate. Okay, let's do it. Come on.
Okay, get out of here. Go. Yes, we must hurry.
We all know this is your kind of party.
Correct.
Beverly's like, "Can I come?"
Wait, you thought you weren't coming?
No.
Everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. And she will very excitedly go with you guys. I forgot about Fen. Fen was here the whole time. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
You're just chilling.
My
Oh,
bad.
yeah, I didn't use them either, but yeah.
You didn't fucking need them. Outside. Yeah, go ahead.
Just because of how long things last, she's kept the moonbow out the entire time.
No problem.
Yeah, it's paper.
So as you guys run out, you will notice sort of stabbed in the shoulder and slit across the neck. You will notice the 2 huntsmen outside, including Innerus Oakenbrook. They are dead.
What? Oh,
Oh, no.
Bad form.
now I'm angry.
This is the most unusual reaction I've ever received. These are like an audience more than actual characters. You guys are like, no, not cool. Just lost a point on the review.
They tried to poison us?
Motherfucker, trying to poison us.
And then he killed an NPC we liked? What?
Only one of you liked. It's fine.
I only had one friend, and now he's dead. Thanks.
Look, I shipped them a little.
Hope you're prepared to pay for Zora's therapy.
Luckily enough, you see Nihilus Ildereth sort of over the body of Innerus with a diamond in his hand, and he casts Revivify.
Yes.
Somehow.
This is
He's
like
like,
when
good
my
thing I
people-
got here in a minute. The other guy wasn't so lucky.
This is like when my people at work realized that reviews are this week, and all of a sudden they started to try working hard.
And they're really nice to you. Uh-huh.
Right.
I'm gonna take a short break so I can go cry.
I mean, a short rest would be great, actually.
I mean, if you guys want to take an hour and rest and let Lyra just like sit there and watch Lyrengorn burn, just be like,
No, like, listen, I'm not saying it wouldn't be great. I'm just saying we don't have it.
a short rest? What did you guys spend? You didn't spend shit.
Action
What?
surge.
Oh my
Zora and
God,
I want our action surge.
All of our fighters Sedge.
Glenn just pops
They
his squat
said
and pulls out the
jelly.
little custard cupcake. Has a little
Oh, yeah.
picnic.
I'm like, where did those come from?
The wheels are falling straight off this bitch, but I think it's hilarious that Finch is now addicted to accent surge so much that they want to use it on every round.
Correct.
How's that
Okay,
Adderall
action
treating
surge
Finch?
and smite is just so good.
Poor Ryan. Look at him.
Inalis is like, puts his hand on Inaris's shoulder and says, "You are alive. Stay, protect the Crescent Conclave." He says, "I will." And he will run upstairs to ensure everyone's safe up there. The pulsing of the Moonweaver's power continues to sort of beat out from her, but at this angle, you can now see that like these like orbs of divine powers, they sort of fire out from her. They almost seem to spring back off of the red coloration of these strange creatures off in the distance, as if they're blocking the completion of the ceremony. Actually, no, I take it back. The huntsman Ilarion will take Inaris with him, Open Road. He'll say, "Come with me. We must gather the hunters to destroy these creatures." All of you will sort of use the Featherfall scrolls and follow down the Lyrengorn. And the huntsman will say, "All right." And he'll look around. They've definitely diverged, these two creatures. They've been to sort of like do their own satellite thing by themselves. Ilarion says, "You are all clearly, as much as I hate to admit it, much more capable than me and my huntsmen. I would rather take the time to gather more huntsmen to face the challenge, as perhaps you are more equipped to face the closer one. So I will seek out the further of the two. You seek the one that seems to be heading towards the, and he looks over as it begins to float and says, perhaps try and cut it off at the Sky Swimmers arena. Perhaps try and fight it there and cut it off there. And I will try and take out the second one. And the Moonweaver, well, good luck." And he will run off with Inaris, who is at 1 hit point, and to the city, and we'll try and go and take out the other one and leave the one of them to you. Nahlis looks at them run off and he says, "Would you rather me stay with you, or should I go help the huntsman?"
Stay.
Very well, I will stay. And Nahlis Ildereth will join your party as you guys will begin to make your way through the city. The sounds of screams can be heard, even as close as the next couple streets over, as you begin to make your way towards the Sky Swimmer Arena.
Do we want to help scout, or are we just going to move forward?
I think we're just going.
Nahlis says, "The longer we wait, the more elves that die."
Let's go.
And with that, as you guys tear off into the streets of Lyrengorn, making your way to the Sky Swimmers Arena to try and cut it off, let's go take a break. And when we get back, we will see if your path goes unimpeded or not, and if you can defeat this strange threat before you.
Brian, did you send
Mr. the Grim? There he is. Welcome back, Mr. the Grim. All right, let's get to it. I'm definitely screen sharing this time. Bam. All right. You guys go running down the streets of Lyre. Just like that. And at a certain point, you turn a corner, and not even a certain point, fairly quickly, you guys like go running off, and you take like one corner, and you take another, and you find yourself confronted in the middle of the street by a small entourage of drow. You'll see those sort of like standard chain shirt wearing drow, but they are accompanied by two others. There's this very scantily dressed drow woman, but she seems quite fit. And God, this is drow culture. They don't wear a lot of clothes. Women don't wear a lot.
They got an aesthetic. Yeah.
I promise it's not me. I promise it's the drow. I blame the drow. But anyway, this very hot drow woman walks out. But she is like well equipped. She's got a whip.
Correct. That's correct.
That's a great way to describe it.
Finch proposes immediately.
Yeah, you're running down the street and then you just like go into like a knee slide and you're like, no, definitely money. Equipped with like, it's got like the short sew across the back. She's got a whip in her hand. And
It's getting better.
I promise this is not me. This is the Snaplock. This is the drow.
You don't need to explain. It's just funny.
It is. I would own it if it was me. Trust me.
Zar's like,
It will
but does she have muscles?
It definitely does have
Is she a
muscles.
baddie?
Is she a baddie?
absolutely. She looks stronger than all the other men here. Let me tell you that. She looks stronger than maybe some of you. in fact.
That's wifey right there.
She looks like 14 strength strong, so she's got definition for sure. She is going to say. She's going to look down the street and sort of. And you two would know that to mean kill the interlopers. Roll initiative.
All right, I can use my dice this time because I'm not drawing.
Oh, before we start, new Yvaine mini just dropped.
Woo, Yvaine, who this?
Oh,
New Yvaine, who this? It just got red eyes now.
She's had red eyes.
Fuck yeah. Well, her last mini had lavender eyes. Owning the drow eyes. Love it.
With the drow long hair.
The hair.
The drow long hair. Looking like real drow right now. Yeah, look at you. You're not even like a pink chibi anymore. You're like a proper drow half elf. It's cool.
yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, people are gonna be less like, oh, people are gonna be like, oh no.
We look like we know what we're doing now.
Yeah, I'm
She's
21.
she's growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going up. Fair enough.
She's like, best birthday ever.
This is the best birthday ever.
Zarvolg's gonna point at the hottie and be like that. Do it like that.
Why don't you dress like that,
Would you want me to dress like that?
Oh,
It's not a rhetorical question. Says Zarvolg. This is Zarvolg.
I think the more accurate question is, why would you undress like that?
Nice.
I think I need to go back to the tailor in a mon then.
You need to go back to the tailor at Stillman because that's where you're
Oh my
getting most
God.
of your attention.
correct.
All right, let's get to it, folks. Do I have an initiative count of 20 or above? I do.
Uh-oh.
Balls.
A good guy and a bad guy. Okay, do I have 20 to 15?
19.
17.
16.
Also 19.
Okay. Hands up if you have a 19.
Go ahead, Finch.
I think it's Zara.
Yeah, you two have 19s. Yeah, you're just going first. Cool. 17, Gwen?
16.
17.
16, and Ember had the 17. Fantastic. Where are you at, Yvaine?
Also a 16.
My God. Who's going first between Yvaine and Ember of the 16s? Or was
I have a
that
dex
Gwen?
of 10.
Which of you two rolled 16, Ember and Gwen?
16 was me.
Yvaine and Glenn.
16s. Yeah, so who's going
Oh,
first?
okay. My dex is, what was yours?
10.
Mine is +2.
Then you
for
should go
dex.
first.
Got it.
Alrighty then. Okay, starting us off is going to be Nalis Ildreth. Let's see what he can do. He's actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's got a lot of cool stuff. We're not going to burn our high-level slots just yet because we got to go deal with some big bad guy. But you know what we are going to start with? We're a fucking follower of the Moonweaver. We're going to start with a little Moonbeam, baby. The only way to go. No.
He's a cleric, right?
Yep. He's a cool cleric. He's got cool stuff. Moonweaver. Fuck that shit up. Doesn't say that, but it would be funny if he did. Oh, okay. This is actually way cooler. Let me do this instead. Oh, but we need to rest before we can do that again, so we will not be doing that. Okay. Yeah, he'll do the little moonbeam. The moonbeam will shine down. That is a wood elf there, so that is going to be 35 feet of movement. We're going to go 5 to 30 right there. And he's going to draw out his 2 moon chakram, draw it to the side and be ready to use it. Yeah, he'll stay a little bit back, actually, because he's a range guy. That's going to bring us to the drow house captain. And she, see where we go. Reaction. Fuck it. She will point. She is going to point to this drow in the end, and she's going to say, "Dos, benekpak nirudrir kusak." And this guy is going to draw his hand crossbow and shoot it at Nelis Ildra. And for my undercommon people, she said, "You shoot that fairy." And Zarvolg laughs when he says that. Just trying to get in good with her. That is going to be a hit with a modified 20. I need a con save from the big guy. That is going to save. I need a con save against damage. That will save. And now for the damage, that is going to be... oh my god. Oh shit, he rolls garbage, but he shoots him, or them, excuse me, for 3 damage. That's the bonus action. Why does she even have that? It's just for style. We're doing that. They're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and draw the scimitar and whip, and it's going to go in to attack Nelis. There's gonna be 2 scimitar, or actually, as she reaches here, she'll just lash out with the whip. That'll hit Nelis for a 24 to hit. That is going to be 5 points of damage to Nelis. And he goes, ah! And it hurts. And then runs in to complete the attack and is going to slash twice with a scimitar. One misses Nelis widely, who sort of dodges around the side. And then the other one manages to hit him, but bounces off of the mithril shoulder cauldron, and no damage. That is going to bring us to Finch Andegard. Finch, what do you do?
Okay. Let's see here. I hate how this is an action. I am going to use my action to cast Radiant Soul.
No.
And then let's see here. I think I'm gonna use my movement and try and get to the guy in the back if I can.
Oh, you're nasty. You're just gonna fucking do that to me? No, yeah. Gloves are off today. Yeah, nice. All right, so I assume you're gonna fly 10 feet up so they can't opportunity attack you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put you. Oh god. We'll put you right there. So. I don't know what happened. Hang on. I need to recapitulate. Yeah, so that's like 10 feet right there. You're 10 feet in the air. And then you go forward 20 feet. And you get to here. Okay. Is there a bonus action?
Yes. For now, I am going to use my bonus action to prepare branding smite.
Your hammer begins to glow, and on the ends of your hammer, these like celestial runes are going to write themselves and inscribe themselves down your weapon. Is there anything else?
I think that is my turn economy. So we're
All
good.
right, Mr. the Grim, what do you do? And you have your dog now.
Yeah. I am going to switch my hunter's mark to the. I'm assuming it's still active, right?
Yep.
Lasts for an hour. Okay. Gonna switch it. I use my bonus action to switch it to the gentleman in the front line on the left.
That fella?
Yep.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to take 2 shots at that person.
Go for it.
$22 to hit.
22 will hit.
That's going to be a total of 10 damage.
All right. Takes the damage. Is bloody.
And then second attack is 19 to hit.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
That was almost good, but it turned back. And that's going to be 12 damage.
And that is a dead drow.
Oh, nice. All right. And then I'm going to send Fen in to attack the one that's like directly in front of me with the moonbeam on it. Oh, well, I guess I'll find out. I don't know if moonbeam hurts friendlies or not, but I guess we'll find out.
Naelis goes, it does.
That's fine. We'll see what happens. All right, so Fen is going to attack. Let me get my Fen dice out. Oh, I'm gonna charge in with a gore.
I got torn apart when I said anything akin to that before. But we'll see what happens with the dog.
The gore of doom.
The gore of doom.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, I'll hit.
Okay. And it's going to be 10 piercing damage.
He's very bloody.
And then he'll also do 1 bite.
All right.
Oh, that's big. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. So we'll say like basically the dog like bites his ankle that's out of the moonbeam and like sort of like rips him back and then like lunges into him with the minotaur horns and kills him.
All right. And that will. Who's beside me? Is that Yvaine?
Yep.
I'm okay. I'm gonna step 5 feet forward, I guess. And that's it.
All right, you do so. That'll bring us to Glint Grimhelm, who gets to play stuff this time.
Yeah. So one question: I have skeletons in my bag of holding. What would the process be of getting them out on the field, ready to fight?
As an action, you can turn the bag inside out, and dispose all of its contents.
Okay. Follow-up question: if I open it and then turn it a certain way, can they just shoot out of it like a little minigun, or no?
I'm gonna say no to that.
That's totally fair. I've been wondering about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the skeletons out. I think this is a good time to have the boys in town.
All right.
Boys are back in town.
What do you got them equipped with? Spears?
Shields, rapiers, and heavy crossbows.
Perfect. Pew, 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 pew. How many you got?
5 currently.
All right. You turn your bag inside out. As a note, all of the other contents you have inside of the bag of holding also goes flying out onto the middle of the street. And all these guys sort of fall to the ground. They're definitely all prone as they exit, I'm sure.
Okay. I can give them a command as a bonus action. So how far are they from the nearest drow, I guess?
The closest one is 35 feet.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have them grab their crossbows then and start shooting as they get back up.
All right, they stand up, take their crossbows out, start shooting.
Yeah.
You want them to start walking forward?
For now they're fine, I think.
All right. Say they form a little firing line though, because that's fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ding you for movement. I don't think this is just fun aesthetic stuff. And they'll go, and they'll fire like the redcoats.
Perfect. I see one's already down, so I guess they're gonna aim for the one that's kind of bringing in the flank along the right.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they only have +4 to hit. Let me double check. It's been a minute. They've been so peaceful lately. Yeah,
Let us
+4.
kill, master. Let us kill.
Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a bunch of d20s and roll them all at once.
Yeah. Clickety clack, we want to stack.
All right. So that is 2 16s. So that is 2 20s. 110, 19, 116.
We will hit.
Is it 3 or 2?
3 will hit. The 16 will hit.
Amazing. Alrighty. Do I have another d10? I do. Pretty good. 12, 15, and 11. So that's a total of 11, 12, that's 23 plus 15, 38 piercing damage. Is that right? Yeah, that's right.
This dude with his 13 hit points is like he like falls over, absolutely fucked. He gets just riddled with bolts. He's done.
Oh, excellent. Good job, boys.
Well
So that was my action and my bonus action, kind of giving them more specific commands at the moment. And I think
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
All right, Yvaine and the happiest bunny in the world.
Right. So the chick who's up on Nayless, like, she's looking fine. Like everything's just fine in her world right now.
She looks great. She looks
Yeah.
really great.
You know something? That's a problem for me. So I'm gonna take a couple shots at her.
Ooh,
And-
is this like a caddy thing where like Yvaine's a little jealous and she's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
She came into my city. It's a fucking problem.
Okay.
So yeah, and she's going to do it the kind of the same way where she's just going to pull the arrow from the sky and shoot two radiant bolts at her.
Hell yeah, hit her. Hit her and quit her.
Sweet. So that is a 26.
I think that'll hit. It's entirely
It's a
possible.
17.
The 17 will hit.
Oh, sweet. I was not sure if it would.
I mean, look at her. She's not wearing a lot.
Well, that's always a
Not
problem.
lot
So
of
the
protection
first,
going on there.
the first one isn't all that remarkable, so only for 6 points of damage.
6, okay.
Second, is for 14 points of damage, and it will leave her glowing. The next hit against her will have advantage.
Incredible. Just put it,
Is there any cover to be found anywhere that I could roll to? I could run to a column I could sit behind.
Let's see here. You could do like a You could like get over to the corner here if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do a bit of that. Yeah. All right.
She'll sort of like, as you blast her and start running, she'll sort of be like, Katira Chor! And you'll know that means half rat, which is basically a slur for half elf.
Yvaine laughs.
All right. That'll bring us to Ember Van Zyl. What do you want to do about that?
I'm going to take a 5-foot step up and to the left, so I'm kind of behind the column that Finch is in.
Like that?
No, I'm just going to go 5 feet from where I'm at. That's all I need.
Okay, like that?
Yep.
Beauty.
Going to reach into my belt. I'm going to take out a wand. I'm going to point it at the guy standing at the back.
Oh no.
Way go. And he can have 4 charges.
Youch. That's not good.
That's a DC 15 deck save for everybody in the 20-foot bubble.
He goes, I should have prepared counter spell. And boom, shakalaka. What was that? DC 14 for what?
15 decks.
For 15, that's right. 15 decks. The very well dressed dude succeeds. As for the other guys, 1, 2, 3. Fail. Success. Also success. So only the guy standing beside him is actually going to fail.
Well, the failure can have 36. The other 2 can have 18.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you blast him to smithereens. How much for half again?
18.
18. Nihilus looks at his now empty moonbeam and goes, just like privately to himself. And yeah, you blow him to smithereens, but the mage still remains alive, and he does indeed look like a mage. Is there anything else, sir?
No, that's enough.
Fair enough. That'll bring us to his turn. And he is going to do terrible, terrible things, I think. It's just a decision about which terrible things he's going to do. Okay. Yeah, I think we like that one more. Can we upcast it? No, we can't. Okay. He's going to sort of, and he's going to tap his sort of like fancy staff on the ground, and the ground under your feet is going to open up in a 20-foot cube. Dude. Ooh, that was a little much. And I just got to put her down. Hang on a second. That's cool. All right, who's getting it? Who's the lucky winners? We don't want to hurt Friendo. So let's do that and catch the whole back line up if we can. And then you guys are coming in. Oh, if only the house captain wasn't in the way. Too bad. It's going to be you guys in the back. Especially Fireball Boy. We're going to be very happy about getting him in there. Suddenly, a huge a cube of squirming ebony tentacles file out of the ground and begin writhing around. I need a dexterity saving throw from 4 Skellies, Beverly, Glint, Ember, and Zarvolg.
Alrighty.
Beverly rolls really goddamn good. Beverly's okay.
One of my skeletons did good. And Glint did good. Okay.
13.
So for my skeletons, I have a 13 and a 20. And then 2 are in single digits, so I'm just gonna assume they fail outright.
Okay.
Glint got a 21 total.
Very nice. And Zarvolg? Can't hear you. I can't hear you at all.
You're on mute, dude.
I said I got a 23. I'm hopping between tentacles. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you're definitely dodging them around. Absolutely. I believe only those 2 skeletons failed, if I'm not mistaken. All of you managed to dodge around the tentacles, but those 2 skeletons are going to get hit for 5 damage and be restrained.
Okay. What type of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, so I believe that is, if I'm not mistaken, that's vulnerability,
Doubled.
right?
Yeah. Fortunately,
So-
they all have temp HP.
Sweet.
They all have different amounts, though. If I just go with like skeleton 1 and 2, that was 13 and 15 temp HP respectively. I can lower those as the effective ones if you want.
Doesn't, yeah, sure. Those 2 were fine then.
Alrighty.
Sweet. And the rest of you are kind of dodging around them. And this guy's going to look at all those dead friends. We're gonna just go over here. They're all dead. They didn't get to do anything. That'll bring us to nameless Ilberet, who's just gonna drop concentrate. He'll leave it up. Why not? Doesn't hurt. But they we got a lot of cool stuff here, so I gotta lock in here. I think they're just going to make some chakram attacks. I think is the best way to go here. Ooh. I take it back. Do we have, this is a bonus action. Come on now. Yeah, it is a bonus action. Okay, we're gonna drop concentration on the moonbeam, and they're gonna cast Spirit Shroud. And sort of like starlight is going to shine out of his like mithril pauldrons, and sort of dazzling starlight is going to dance around him. Then, I apologize. My NPC. You silly bugger. My Spirit Shroud, there you are. Okay, gets an extra D8. Radiant. It is a. Oh, that's it. Oh, anyone within 10 feet of you. Okay, cool. I'm going to change the color so I can keep track of it. And then they are going to use their 2 moon chakram, and they're going to sort of strike out twice if they can.
One of those would be an advantage.
Yep, first one's an advantage. So those are going to be 2 hits because they've got multi-attack because they're very special. And yeah, and those 2 are going to hit. So it's going to be 3 plus 4. It's going to be 7 damage plus 1 necrotic damage. Or radiant damage, sorry. Long gone. Ooh, and max damage on the second attack. It's going to be 18 points of damage to the enemy. And they're just going to stay put, chakram in hand. And that will bring us to this old fella. This one's going to sort of shout back and say, what are we going to say? They're going to say... They're going to say, exit and that will essentially mean don't be a fool, dodge. And he's going to take dodge action for her command. And then she's going to turn around with her whip, and she's going to try and whip Finch out of the air. And misses, just entirely misses. She's like, shit, like hits her own hand by accident. And then is going to lay into Naelis.
Oh no.
Yeah. 2 scimitar attacks, if you please. Damn, she just got me rolling terribly. Misses with that one, and that's going to be just a hit with the second attack against Naelis. Naelis dodges the first one and then gets struck across the belly with the other. Is going to take 5 slashing damage, and then kind of cough really hard as they feel 15 points of poison damage flooding through their veins. And that is going to bring us to Finch Endergard. What do you do?
Let's see here. So all of the... Where is it that she's there, and then where did he go?
Back left.
He's back here.
Back left. Okay. How far is that? Oh, and he's dodging right now, right? I think I'm just going to go after her. I'm just going to go after her, to be honest.
All right. You flutter in to make yourself within.
All right. I am
range.
going...
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to try and hit her.
Go for it.
All right. Let's say 17 on the dice plus 6 is 23 to hit.
23 will hit. Go and roll damage. You also have your branding smite.
That's right. I'm gonna. Okay, let me do this. Let me add this off first. Okay, so awesome. Okay, and then I'm gonna smite on top of that. Can I do that? Can I stack it?
Yeah, you can smite after the attack. It's fine. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, and then I want to make sure I'm adding the radiant soul damage, which is
your level,
which is 8, and then I'm gonna smite on top of that, which is 6.
Sorry, hot drow lady.
So in total, that's 44 points of damage.
Ouch, man! Come on, now that hurt. You smash her over the back of the head with your hammer. You brand her, and there's like a big like FA on like her back hip. She's like, shit. As you mark her, and go ahead and take your second strike. She is bloody.
That's gonna be 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and then I'm going to smite with that as well. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, another 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Understood. She is not looking too good. She's hurting out there on the front line.
Okay, and I think I am going to use my bonus action to cast Harness Divine Power to get a spell slot back.
Hell yeah, you do that. No problem.
And then that's it.
All right, Zarvolg the Grim. What do you and your dog do?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Beverly. Give me a minute here.
Oh yeah, no, do
I
Beverly.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna have Beverly just do her thing after Finch's turn. Oh no, she was supposed to go at the end of initiative. I'll give her a free turn now, but I forgot her in the initiative. So it's not gonna be a long turn. Beverly's a fairly simple individual at this level. She is going to go and try and help because she's just so nice. Just a nice little lass. I don't think she's going to use the spear this time. I think she's going to use the long sword. And she's going to swing-a-lang. And she like hits her in the shoulder, but it bounces off some chain that was sort of like down her arm. And no dice. That'll be your turn, Zarvolg.
All right. I am going to send Finn after the guy that's trying to creep around the corner there.
All right.
We're
running in.
We're gonna do a gore and bite like last time.
All right, you have disadvantage. He's dodging.
Okay. Oh, nice. I rolled a 16 and a 17, and Finn has +7 to hit, so that's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Well done.
It's gonna be. Wait, wrong dice. Sorry. It's gonna be 10 damage on the gore.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do the bite. Does he still have advantage or disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 12 to hit on the bite.
The 12 would have hit him, but it bounces off mage armor as he is well armed and nothing. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. And then I'm gonna go.
Yep.
And I will switch my. Yeah, I guess I'll switch my hunter's mark to him with my bonus action.
All right.
And then take an attack. Hold on a second here. Oh, and I have disadvantage too, right?
You.
All right, that's going to be a 23 at disadvantage.
That will still hit quite well. It's bloody.
And that's going to be 15 damage.
Very nice. He is barely standing at this point.
All right, and then I will take my last shot at him.
All right.
That's probably gonna. Oh yeah. I actually got a natural 1 as my disadvantage.
Roll me a d4, please. If you'd be so
Yep.
kind.
1.
Roll me an attack roll on Naelus Ildreth.
I kind of hope it hits him. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll fucking hit. Roll some damage.
All right. That's going to be 12 total damage.
You shoot Naelus in the back for 12 accidentally, and kind of maybe giggle to yourself. Sort of like look around behind him as he didn't think there was an enemy behind him, and sees you and kind of goes,
Sorry, I was distracted. You're so good looking.
Okay. And is going to go back to fighting. That's going to be Glintgrim. How would you like to do, sir?
Okay. So we're still in the bad zone, correct?
Yeah. So typically how the tentacles work is that it's supposed to happen at the start of your turn, but I think it's so much more fun if it just happens. So I'm not going to do it to you again. But you are in rough terrain. You got tentacles to dodge.
Got it. So I'm going to step back, I think, and have my skeletons probably step forward and to the side just to kind of get out of the horrible area. So Glints and how is that mage looking?
This guy gets the bear and he's done. Or maybe he'll step back to be out of there. Just get out of there. He is really goddamn hurt. Like, he's barely hanging on.
Okay, how far am I from him?
You are 70 feet, we'll call it.
Okay, okay. So this would be a disadvantage, I believe, because he's dodging.
That's right.
But Glint is going to toss, I believe, like a little cantrip, you know. Let's go with a chill touch.
All right.
Okay, not bad. So it's a 13 and a 9 on the die. So going with a 9 plus 9, so 18 to hit.
Shield.
Alrighty.
Hits off the magical shield. So
Totally valid. In that case, I'm just gonna have all the skeletons, I think, firing squad the captain.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta look at like what they're facing here. So one's gonna be a straight roll. There's gonna be half cover on one of those. Half cover. Yeah, the two guys are standing at half cover. So one will be a straight shot, the rest of the four will have half cover.
Okay. That's totally fine. So the straight shot is bad. That's a 6.
Misses entirely.
Yeah, and then the half cover shots. Much better. 19,
Hit.
2 21s,
Hit.
and a 15.
And a miss.
Alrighty.
I can take you all by myself.
10, 11 for 21, and then 14 for 35.
Okay, thank you. Oh god, I can't keep up. 35 damage. She is riddled, like filled with bolts, radiantly burned. She is very hurt, barely hanging on.
Alrighty. I think that's my turn. I think that's good.
All right, Yvaine, the half-rat. What do you do?
Oh, this has just been going so well with the moon bow, so I'm just gonna keep firing shots.
All right, I'm gonna say Nailus is gonna give her half cover because you're kind of shooting around someone who's like immediately between you and her. Like, go right ahead.
What if I move closer?
I think it's still going to be the same thing because he's right interposed between you and her, you know?
Oh, that's the problem. What about the other guy?
Yeah, that's a pretty straight shot. You want to hit him?
I'll send 2 his way.
All right. He is 80 feet away, by the way. Disadvantage.
Let me check what all that means. I believe so. The one is 60 feet, and it will be disadvantage. And it's a 24. I rolled a 19 and a 14.
24 disadvantage will hit.
And that did 12 points.
He's blasted off his feet as it crashes through his magical shield. It blasts through his mage armor. And he goes flying off his feet and onto the ground, dead as a doornail.
Oh, how lovely. Well, then I'll send the guiding bolt towards her, and I understand that it's also going to be... Is it also a disadvantage then?
Nope, straight roll. She's just getting a little bonus to AC because it's a little harder to hit her with your friends running around.
Oh, all right. Well, I've got wheel, so I'm just going to roll the extra d6 on this since I've got 3 of those and I haven't used any of them.
Sure.
Okay, that's very funny. It wasn't that helpful, but so that is an 11 plus 10 is a 21.
21 will hit. Roll damage.
Crazy. All right. So la 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 la, where are you, guiding bolts? But absolute shit damage. So it only does 9 damage, but she is glowing again.
9 damage. She is quite alive, but very glowy in this moment. Sort of like retracts backward from the burning moonlight. Is there anything else?
No, I'll stay here. Next attack, I'll have damage. Next attack on her will have advantage.
Understood. Ember Van Zyl, you're up to bats.
Well, I'm gonna step 5 feet out of the flailing tentacle badness because there's no reason to stay there. Oh,
enough.
actually, it's probably gone because the guy who cast it is deader than a doornail.
That is absolutely correct. My apologies. You are definitely free of tentacle badness as it sort of falls to the ground, slurps back into its.
In that case, I'm gonna wave my hand at the hot chicklet and create a bonfire right where she's standing so she can be hotter.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's a
okay.
DC 17 dexterity save.
That is a natural 20. She is going to succeed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's all right. It was worth a shot.
I'm dodging it, but I'm in it. Well done.
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay, fair enough. Mage is dead, drow are dead, Beverly. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get my first kill. And she's gonna run into advantage. She's gonna be like, come on, Baphomet or Bahamut. Oops, not Baphomet. Because I don't know who that I don't know who that is.
Another one. Baffy's having a good week.
No, Beverly doesn't know who that is. I said that by accident. She says, come on, Bahamut. She says, come on, help me out. Help me protect some folks. And she's gonna roll. And she rolls a natural 19. She's gonna hit. She is definitely sword and boarding right now, so it's gonna be a D8. But she is going to use a bonus action to provide divine eminence and get extra damage, as this is her version of a smite. So she's going to do 4 plus 3 for 7 damage. She blushes as she attacks this very voluptuous lady. And then is going to hit her with that 3d6 smite damage for an additional 8 damage. And she does it! Beverly runs around the back and takes her sword as it glows like very faintly with radiant ember. She's like, come on, Bahamut. And she will stab her right through the back, and the blade will right through her chest between her bosom, and she will fall to the ground in the bonfire dead. And Beverly will kind of like and draw her blade out and be like, I got her, guys! I did it! And that will be the combat.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You guys want to continue to the... you see the sort of red glow moving the direction of the arena off to the side. You guys want to complete your... there's not much more to go. There's only like another block or two to get there. Do you want to complete your journey to the arena and prepare to cut it off?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but can I catch up to Nahlis and throw a healing on him because he took some damage? Yeah, how's he looking?
They are.
How's he looking?
Actually,
I'm sorry.
no, that's all. I'm fucking it up too. It's all good. They
So
are
many
hurting.
Cuties.
I know there's so many people.
We're trying so hard.
I know. I'm
We're
doing our
trying.
best. They are hurting. They are actually very bloody.
Oh, that's not okay. I would like to throw a second level cure wounds their way, please.
And they're going to do the same thing. They will cure wounds themselves at second level as well, and you provide a little extra help, and they will bow their head and say, the extra help is much appreciated. Thank you.
That's for 10.
Would Glint be able to, with the help of all the skeletons, like just scoop up and just cram everything back into the bag outside of the skeletons?
Yeah, the skeletons can help you get all of your items back in your bag.
Yeah. Glint just having a bad college day in the background. It's fine.
It would have helped, but I wanted to heal the cleric first.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, fantastic. Sweet. Nahlis has restored some health, is looking a lot better, and you guys can complete your journey if you wish. So, let's go to the Sky Swimmer Arena. Ah, God. My eyes. My eyes.
Oh, good googly moogly.
Whoa.
What did you call me?
I said good googly moogly. That's so many things.
It is a lot of things. Give me a
Looks real
moment,
cool,
I'll
though.
make it. Yeah, I think you guys are gonna kind of like it. It's kind of a cool thing.
Oh.
I wish I had like Screaming Burning Village. That would be such a great soundtrack to have on here, but it's fine.
Screaming burning village.
I'll just have like a peaceful night village instead, I guess. Let's do Town Night. Put some more battle music on. You guys come to the Sky Swimmer Arena, and it's not like any other arena you've seen. You expect if you stripped off all of the extra rigging and such, it would look very much like a gladiatorial arena. And maybe it was at one point, but now it has certainly been repurposed to serve as the training arena for the Sky Swimmers area. Very clearly, you can see perches, sort of climbing ropes, and all manner of training equipment that you expect to be expertly used by the Sky Swimmers to create their bond, train athletically, and practice riding the wyverns. But as you approach here, there are no wyverns to speak of, as they are all up in the sky doing the Sky Swimmers dance. None probably aware that anything is bad going on the ground. They're performing their ceremony. And probably a good thing too. So you guys are going to run in through the front door, and you are going to find yourselves in the middle of this somewhat hazardous training zone down below. I'm gonna turn up the exposure. That's a little fun. So as you guys run in, again, it's a lot of stuff going on, as Finch very aptly pointed out. I'm just going to see where you guys would enter from. Why is there a cool sword here? That's not for you guys. Here.
Finders keepers.
Oh, no. So you guys are all going to run in. You have a couple of minutes, maybe you have like a minute or two before this thing arrives. You saw the red glow drawing closer. You got here first. As you enter into the arena, it's quite the complex system here, but is there any positions you'd all like to take in preparation?
Jeez. Just to be clear, what did we see this thing doing earlier? Some of its red eyes flew off and were crushing people's skulls. Is that what you said?
All of those eyes on the back are like firing off into the streets, and people are like screaming and freaking out as this was happening. They sort of like shot up into the streets and then returned to its back, and then shot up again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be on that swing.
All right, Zarvolg wants to be on the swing. Yay! Fen whines at you from down below.
Right.
Yvaine will look at Zarvolg and say, if you need to fly, let me know, I'll change him.
Can I get the skeletons kind of fanned out in like upper vertical positions to have good lines of firing?
Upper vertical positions. You mean like in the stands?
Yeah, up on the
there,
swings, up in the stands, ideally. Yeah.
Swings and stands. I'm gonna put some of them. I'm gonna put like this one. I don't know how a skeleton got up there, so I might not. I'm gonna let Zarvolg off the hook because he's got crazy guess, but I'll say that your guys are up in the stands.
That looks perfectly for me.
So let's just have them like on a little firing line up here in the stands.
Would it be possible to have two on the other end of the arena?
Absolutely. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who else has a position they want to take specifically?
Can I be in this? What does the center look like?
The center is sort of where Fen is right now. That's kind of the center right down there.
Is there like a, let's see here. Yeah, okay. So can I be with Fen?
Yeah, of course. Of course, your divine soul is worn off by now.
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Beverly will stay close to you because Beverly is ever your faithful squire.
What's the lighting situation here?
The Moonweaver's ribbons are creating a bright light throughout the city, so it's bright light.
Okay.
Oh, right.
But there are shadows. Like it's creating a lot of hard shadows. If someone wanted to try and find a place to hide, that's totally possible.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
I was just asking who else had places they wanted to stand.
Glint's gonna be on the ground.
With
That's a lot of
Finch?
spikes on the ground, but yeah.
Okay.
Did we
Alright.
recognize it as an aberration? I know you described it as such, but I wanted to ask out of character, not metagame it.
We'll get to that in a minute. I just want to get everyone's positions.
Yeah.
Yvaine?
I think Yvaine would probably be stationed, like, probably behind Zarvolg.
You want to be up on like swing next to him?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Ember? Is there a plan for you, Ember?
Two things. Item one, I'm gonna attach red to Finch's shoulder.
Okay.
And Ember's going to stand in stands.
Stand the stands. Fair enough.
And when he gets there, he's going to reach into his bag and pull out a bowl and put a flame into it.
Very cool. I'm sure I'll be very impressed in a minute. Always mysterious. Incredible. So I think I've got everybody. Oh, I need to put Naylus somewhere. Reserve a little attention. I think Naylus is going to stand on top of that cool box, as long as you guys are doing the swing thing. Naylus is fairly dexterous. He gets up there pretty easily. There's no bows and arrows. Come on. Okay. With that, this most strange glowing red creature. Oh, to answer your question, Glenn, before we proceed, make me a nature check.
Nature. Alrighty. I think this is a flat intelligence for me. Yes, it is. 25.
25. You would be dumbfounded if this wasn't some kind of aberrant creature. This is like just sometimes you can just tell by the way someone looks, and it is crazy looking.
I do have a protective measure I'd like to use whenever it becomes clear that it's getting close to us then.
Okay.
Which is just, protection from evil and good.
Got it. Protection from evil and good. I think following suit, as long as we are doing a little pre-prep here, I need to keep track of this guy's spell slots because we're burning through them like crazy. He's used a second. He's used 2 seconds now. And he's used a third for Spirit Shroud. Okay. I think... yeah, I think they're going to protect you from evil and good themselves. And Zarvolg shot him, so he doesn't really want to hit Zarvolg. He doesn't think to do it. I'll say on the way in, like, they'll hit Ember as well. So using last second level is going to hit Ember with a protection from evil and good.
I'm also going to burn 1 charge out of my protective verses. So our lovely paladin, Nix Andagard, can have 16 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we come to the battle. This creature, this like great beating red color begins to sort of emanate near towards the arena, and all of these plumes of purplish green light that are sort of emanating from the high priestess you see them actively sort of bouncing against the red color, trying to like make it pass, but not quite. And as it draws closer, the red light sort of vanishes. And there's like a breath where you all might start looking at each other. But then very clearly making its way over the side, you see no more than 5 feet tall, this strange praying mantis looking creature Damn, I picked a spider. All right. Yeah, it's sort of like partially spider, partially prey mantis, partially snake-like creature. Sort of like comes like through the rigging, begins to make its way inward. It's not actually glowing, so I'm not going to. At this point, it's not glowing as brightly. And you'll all hear in your minds this sort of almost like mandible sound. It sounds like if an insect could be licking its lips. That is what the sound you hear in your brain is. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Well, ew.
It could be better.
Fucking right.
All right, I just need to roll some initiatives, and we are good to go.
Great
let's
sword.
see some. Malus and Beverly. Yeah, I got everybody. Okay. Better. Rolls. Ooh, natural 2022 for initiative. Nothing more wasteful than that. Beverly rolls a hot 16. And the creature. Damn, it's going to do pretty good for themselves. Okay, do I have 20 or above? Do I have 20 to 15?
15.
Do I have a 15 to 10?
Oh, I'm 17, by the way.
10.
10.
Finch, what did you get?
15.
Never mind, you got a 15. Okay, cool. So Zarvolg got the 17. And Yvaine, you got
A 6.
Oh,
a 6. You're at the end of initiative.
Sorry.
Okay. The creature coming in with a hot 24 initiative is going to kick us off. Oh boy. How are we going to start this? First thing it's going to do is fly in. $30 feet to here. This one is anywhere within 60 feet. So it's going to fall. So it's going to have only moved to 20 feet and back 10. As it moves there, you're going to see about half of all these swirling eyes on its back are going to like stop and fire in towards the ground. And it's going to create a swarm of eyes.
Ew.
Perfect. And yeah, so it's swarming around the center of the place. I need everyone except for Ember. Yeah, I need everyone except for Ember to make a wisdom saving.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Okay, yeah, I guess I should ask what you guys got. Nihilus is still up. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. Yvaine, how'd you do? Can't hear you.
21 total.
21, that's a save. You're going to take 29 points of psychic damage. Ember, what'd you get? Oh, you're good. Never mind. Finch, what'd you get?
19.
19. That is a failure. You're going to take 58 points of psychic damage.
Ooh,
Fuck! Flint, what did you get?
20 total.
That is a failure. You're going to take 58 points of psychic damage.
Okie dokie.
How about Beverly is down. How did Fen do?
Ben got a natural 20 for a 21 total.
Fen is going to take 29 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And how did Zarvolg do?
Zarvolg got an 8.
8. That's going to be 58 points of psychic damage to
Got it.
Zarvolg. And with that, the swarm of eyes sort of begin to fade away. Anyone who failed is blinded.
Great.
And through your minds, those of you who are blinded right now, all my failures, you hear words resonate in your mind that say, "Won't you lend me your eyes?" That's his turn. That will bring us to Nahlis. Nahlis goes, fuck, that hurt.
Well, I definitely dropped concentration on
Yeah,
protection from evil
good
and
for
good.
that. Nahlis maintains concentration by a small miracle. Who's the most hurt around here? Who's looking like they're barely alive?
I'm pretty hurt. I'm down to 10.
I'm at 21.
Doesn't matter. Nahlis can grab all of these. Seven. Anyone damaged takes 7 healing in this moment.
It said 7?
7.
7 healing as he casts a masked healing word. Then he casts a masked healing word. I'm also going to do one thing. Let's see here. Yvaine, you failed, right?
No,
No, you didn't fail?
I succeeded. 21.
Would have been cooler if you failed.
I'm sorry.
It's not-
I'm
it's like- I'm
a
just-
dice.
You're
sorry.
totally fine to have succeeded. You are exonerated of all fault. Okay. I think Zarvolg has proved himself the most lethal today, and Nahlis is going to bring his chakram to the sky, and he's going to flip it around in his hand so that this like red jewel is pointed towards the sky, and a small, almost laser-like beam is going to come down from the moon, and that red beam is going to hit his chakram, and then he's going to sort of like do this in your direction, Zarvolg, and he's going to use his channel divinity to give you the blessing of the blood-drenched moon. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on attack rolls, as long as at least one of your allies is within 1 feet and within 5 feet of the target, and that ally is not incapacitated for the next 10 minutes. So as long as someone's standing within 5 feet of the bad guy, you are at advantage.
Okay.
So he's going to give you the power of rudeness in this moment.
Nice. Thank you.
And then he is going to try and look real cool. We'll see how well it goes, though. Fuck no, we're not getting over there. I don't think we're charging that thing. That is stupid. I think we're going to climb down very carefully. That's what we're going to do. And then drop. How far is that? Yeah, drop 10 feet, sure. Yeah, easy. drops down to the ground, and that's going to be Nellis's turn. That is go. Oh, and Beverly's back up because Beverly took that. What did I say? That
7.
was 7. Thank you. 7 healing. And just to keep track of that, Beverly has. Damn, Beverly. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Zarvolg's turn. What do you do, Zarvolg?
I am going to let's see. I'm blinded and hurt. Oh, the very first thing I'm going to do is take a second wind with my bonus action.
Yep.
So let's see. Sorry, I forget how much that is. 1d10 plus 3. All right. So let me get that going real quick. And then Fen is not blinded. So I'm going to send Fen at this thing. Tell Fen to attack this thing.
Okay. Fen's going to run as close as Fen can get.
Okay.
Fen is going to run 25. He's going to run another 15 over here. That's 40 feet.
All right. How far away? Where is it? Oh, it's up there in the rafters.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to have Fen, I guess, then bark in its direction. And I have advantage, but I'm from the spell, but I'm also blind. So, in terms of attack rolls, how does that all work out?
So it's only when someone allies within 5 feet. So you currently are at
Oh, right.
disadvantage, so
Okay.
those are within 5 feet. Yeah.
All right. So, if I was to take an attack now, what am I at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't get to go first in the initial round, so I don't get that. So let's do this. I am going to use, for the first time ever, my fighting spirit.
Hey, fighting spirit, the way of the samurai is with you. Go ahead, Zarvolg.
And so I get 5 temporary hit points, and I get advantage on all my attacks. So I take a deep breath, get all zen-like, and I'm going to take my 2 attacks now.
Go for it. So you're at a straight roll now, right?
Yep, I believe so.
All right. Cool.
The first one is a 13.
13 to hit. That will not hit.
And then the second one is a 27.
That will certainly hit. At disadvantage? Oh, no, you're at straight roll, right. 27. Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
hit.
straight roll. Yeah. And so that would have been 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Well done.
All right. And is there any way out of this blindness so I get like another wisdom save or anything like that?
Yeah, at the end of the turn, you may repeat your saving throw.
All right, great. 16.
16 is not a save. I'm sorry, you are still
Okay.
blind.
All right, thank you.
All right.
That's it for me.
Got it. Beverly is going to stand up. A little hurt. She is going to try and get close to the creature. So she's going to run. Oh, she's half movement. She'll dash. She gets to here. She's going to jump onto the wall. Such an athletic young sprite.
Are those literal ropes?
Yeah, those are ropes, yeah.
Okay.
So she jumps onto the ropes, and that's going to be the end of her turn. But she's going to start trying to climb next turn to get closer to it. Finch, what do you do?
Ooh, well, I am blind, so that's fun. Did you say that I could roll to see if I can fight that or no?
At the end of your turn.
The end of my turn. Okay. Well, Let's see here. I am. What do I want to do? I thought I knew what I was going to do, and then I didn't. I am going to. I can't see anything. I'm just going to use my bonus action right now to prepare Branding Smite.
Okay.
I don't want to fire off anything else because I don't know what's going to happen or who I would hit. So.
Do you want to move?
No. I think because I know where I'm like I know the platform that I was standing on, so I don't think I want to risk. If I'm blind, I don't want to risk falling onto those spikes.
Fair enough.
Let's see here. I think just out of precaution, I am going to I am going to use my action to cast Healing Hands on myself. So that's another 8 points of healing just to try and get me back up there because that was painful.
Fair enough.
And then I think that'll be the end of my turn if I can try and.
Yeah, and your wisdom save.
Okay, so wrong window.
Does Finch have the paladin aura or no?
No. Okay, so that
Too many
is-
multi-classes.
Right.
17, 18, 19 plus 1 is 20.
20 is just shy, I'm sorry to say. You are still blind.
Yes. Okay, and I don't think I can use that. I don't want to waste it either. So I'll just accept that for now.
Okay. That is going to bring us. Yep, absolutely. That's going to bring us to Ember Van Zyl. Ember, you watch your friend sort of get caught in this torrent of eyeballs. What do you do?
What's the distance to the spider thing from where I'm at?
Let's find out. That's 90 feet.
Perfect. That is exactly what I need. Ember is going to gesture at the fire in the bowl and speak aloud, Odd Sail, which is Gaelic for living flame, and corkscrewing out of that will be the summoned fire elemental, which will be right next to it.
Hell yeah, we love that. All right, let me go grab one for you, sir. Hell yeah, we love a fire elemental. This humongous fire elemental, 10 feet tall, emerges and howls, groans. All right, what now?
And it's going to swing twice.
It's going to swing twice. Go for it.
AC 18.
That will hit just fine.
Okay. And that's 10 points of fire.
Oh, man. Good job. 10 points of fire. It hurts it just fine.
And swing number 2 is less good, 16.
16 will not hit, I'm sorry to say.
And that is... Oh, and be on fire.
And be on fire. We love that. Well, it's already glowing.
Literally be on fire.
We love that. Which means I believe it takes a d10 of damage, right?
Until creature takes an action to douse the fire, target takes die 10 at the start of each of its turns.
Got it. If the first time it enters a creature space, I'll turn that creature 2 back 10. I'll say roll a d10 now. I imagine your little fire elemental will do a little dance into his spot and give him an extra little d10. Why not?
8.
8. Why not? Let's toss around there. 8. Fantastic. It's on fire. We will await that on its turn. Well done. Is there anything else?
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it.
Very cool.
Because the
right.
for shits and giggles, you can just remove red. Red's gone.
Understood.
Because Red did not survive what she did to them. Just
Makes
no.
sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of surviving, how's our wizard doing?
He's alive.
Oh, that's great. We love that.
Yeah. So I'm blind, and I remake a save at the end of my turn. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I'm thinking I did not prepare to fight a very powerful aberration today. Glenn's gonna kind of toddle over in the vague direction of Finch, not wholly aware that. Oh, good.
Sorry, just wanted to ask you because I think I've kind of got this house rule I got going on for myself. Where like, do you want to like run your normal speed, or do you want to carefully walk? So you'll be at half speed, but there's no danger of you hitting hazardous stuff.
So I figure, at the very least, Glint knew where Finch was, right? Which was about within 5 feet of touching distance. I'm fine being a little risky because I'm only going 5 feet.
All right. Make me a perception check at disadvantage because you are blind. DC will not be that high because, yes, you do know where Finch is.
Okay. In total, that'll be a 13.
Yeah, you're fine. You make it over there. 10 feet of movement. You get into touch range. No problem.
Finch, I assume that at some point you're going to want to get up there and hit that thing. Is that correct?
That would be ideal. I've already spent my wings, so any boost would be appreciated.
Wonderful. I'm going to grab your shoulder. Oh, sorry, that's your hair.
Oh, I like that.
Glenn's going to cast a 4th level fly spell on himself and on Finch.
Nice.
Hey, very nice. Okay.
At which point, Glint is going to start blindly, like, just slowly just flying away, like just at a completely straight trajectory.
Are you going up, side, left, right? Where are you going?
I think just in the vague direction away from the quarry, at like an upward diagonal. Vaguely towards the stands. Yeah. There's so many things I can bump into.
Yeah, if you're going up and directly away from the quarry, you're doing it like, are you doing this carefully or are you doing this speedy?
Let's do it carefully for now. Yeah.
Okay. Then no check required.
We're going on an adventure.
Yes. So you go 15 feet up this direction, nice and careful with your hand and your staff out in front of you like a blind guy, because you are trying to see if you can not get hurt.
I think I can go further because the fly speed's 60.
Oh, it's 60. Yes, you can definitely go further then. So you use 10, that gives you 50 left. So that would give you 25. I've already moved you 15, so I'll give you an extra 10 feet. Fantastic. All right, let's move you another 10 feet to there. Okay.
Yeah. So long, friends. My people need me.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
And the skeletons are going to open fire on the quarry.
Fantastic.
Glenn.
Yeah, go ahead, Glenn.
That is a 22 on the wisdom save.
So I just wanted 22. That is a save. You are no longer blind. You're sort of
amazing.
And to be clear, guys, when I say that you're blind, I don't mean that you're blind. I mean, like, much like Yvaine, your eyes are no longer in your sockets. They are gone.
Oh.
It's not that they're not working. It's just they're not there. So as you succeed your wisdom saving throw, you feel them sort of reincorporate in your skull, and you open your eyes. It is a horrific experience.
Hate that.
What is the range of your crossbows?
I believe 100 and then 300 at long.
One. Oh, okay, you're good for 100. You're good.
Alrighty, so 5 crossbow shots, I believe.
Yep, 5 crossbow shots, straight rolls. Go for it.
Okay, it's a natural 20, a non-natural 20, a 19,
yep,
a 9, and a 6.
3 hits.
Okay, so the non-naturals that are not the non-crit hits, not great. That's a 6 and a 10, of non-magical damage each.
6 and a 10 non-magical.
And then the crit, that's a 9 on the die, so 24 non-magical damage.
Okay. They're definitely slightly sort of kind of bouncing off of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. If they're doing some damage, I'm pretty okay with that.
They certainly are.
That'll be my turn.
Well done, well done, well done. That'll bring us to Yvaine and Happy. You have experienced this before, Yvaine. As this was all happening, Happy did a swan dive into the portal, the find familiar portal to disappear from his combat, we'll say. So Happy didn't get completely demolished by this attack. What do you do though, Yvaine, as you are alone and blind? Or no, you saved, you're good. I will say it's probably a pretty shitty experience for you because you're looking around at all your friends and you're just seeing what they saw in you down in Silar.
Yeah. Who's most hurt? And how hurt are they looking?
Say that again, sorry?
Who is most hurt? And roughly how hurt are they looking on a quick assessment?
Nailless is bloody.
That's all I needed. Thank you. All right. So
Well, there's other people too. How are the rest of you doing?
I think everyone's bloodied. The guy hit
Yeah.
by the eye thing, yeah.
I'm no longer bloody. So.
I'll say Finch is okay as well.
Beverly's on the wall. She's barely hanging on.
all right. So I don't have Happy, and that does make things a little more difficult, but that's okay. That's all right. So to start out with, bonus action, we're going to switch. Or I'm probably the moonbow had already dropped the archer, so we're going to go straight to chalice.
Okay. You open the chalice, fair enough.
Yeah, all right. So I am just seeing what I have. All right, so here is what we are going to do. I think we are going to do, oh shit, no, I can't do that because fucking hell. All right, how close am I to any individual I can put my fucking hands on? Jesus.
The only person that you can really put your hands on without having to do something tremendously acrobatic is probably Zarvolg.
Fine. I'm going to move over to Zarvolg. Do I have to make a jump or something?
Yeah, 10 feet. You just kind of hop down onto a swing.
Lovely. Zarvolg,
Yeah.
how hurt do you fucking look right now?
It is a swing. I need you to make me a dexterity saving.
Done.
Yeah.
I hope that works. It is a 17.
Yeah, you're fine.
I got nothing to
But
add
they
to
do
it.
sort of swing back and forth as you're jumping from thing to thing.
Yeah, shit. Fine. All right,
We're
so
doing an Indiana Jones thing.
I'll
Is he
have you
looking
roll
like-
one as well, Zarvolg, because you're on the same swing she just jumped onto. So it's a
Yeah,
little
right?
blind. So
Oh no, I got an 11.
oh, it's fine. You're good. You're good. I think 10 DC is fair.
is Zarvolg still bloody?
No, I'm not bloodied. I am hurt, but I'm not bloodied.
All right, that is all that I needed to know. Thank you. I am going to give you a 2nd level cure wounds, which wasn't great. It was only for 10.
That'll work. Thank you.
Great. And then for Nailless, I'm going to send him the 1d8 plus 5, which I will roll over here from the chalice.
I will say, if you're looking for the most hurt person, Beverly is she got 7 hit points.
Thank you. So to Beverly, she will get another 13.
Another 13. Okay, she'll take it.
I don't know that I want to try to move any from where I am, so I'm just going to stay close to Zarvolg.
Okay, fair enough. if that's all for you, Yvaine and Happy, well, you just Yvaine, Happy's in the dimension. The
Yeah.
quarry, as we've dubbed it, the creature is going to turn around to the fire elemental, but first he's going to take 8 fire damage on his turn. He's very unhappy because that hurts a lot. And I think we get 2 of these. What are we doing here? Soul binding, huh? Oh, that's kind of fucking cool, bud. It's going to turn around and it is going to have these like manimal, like prey mantis pincers. It's going to try and stab the fire elemental with. That is going to be a 24 and much more, which I believe hits a fire elemental just fine.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're easy to hit.
Yeah, but it hurts a lot to hit them, I believe, is the crux. So that's going to be 24 and 30 necrotic damage to the creature.
And it was 20 and 32, you said?
24 and 30. And I believe, as fire elementals go, when someone takes an action, does the fire, hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet, takes 5 fire. So we'll take an additional 2d10 fire damage because it hit it. It's gonna be, yeah, you go for it.
Come on. Yeah, okay. Total of 10.
Total of 10. Okay, it'll take that 10 damage, and it decides that it is quite done playing with fire elementals, because that has been a largely painful experience for the creature. That'll be an opportunity attack for the fire elemental.
Yeah, 16. That'll miss.
It tries to grab it on the way up, but does not. So it sort of whizzes right into the middle of the action up above. And that will be its turn, bringing us to Naelis Ildra, who's like, fuck, I should have stayed on my box.
Is that thing flying? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, it's flying. Sort of snaking through the air, kind of like a Chinese dragon.
It's a praying mantis spider that can also fly. It is
right.
Truly
it
a
has
nightmare.
has weird eye-stealing eyeballs. Like none of this is good.
Yeah, it's a, to be clear, it is a praying mantis spider snake with all-seeing eyeballs flying.
It's basically a Gurren Lagann enemy.
It's your worst goddamn nightmare is what it is. And it's also on fire because why not?
Actually, it is on fire.
Terrifying.
It didn't put itself out.
That's right. It's still on fire. It had other priorities, I guess. Oh man. Okay. Ooh, that's a mean spell. We could do that. We'll do that later. Anyway, that's going to be Naelis Ildarath. Who has got some stuff to do. How far away are you, you big bitch? 60 feet? Come on, be within 60 feet. Fuck yeah. Okay. Let's see if we can enhance the damage. Moonbeam, special weapon, not time, maybe on this guardian, Naelis is going to use the blessing of the full moon, raise the chakram to the sky, and is going to use that channel divinity to grant themselves the ability to concentrate on 2 spells at once, and is going to cast greater invisibility as they do so, and vanish. And I think that is all we're going to do for now. Bringing us to Zarvolg the Grim. What do you do, my friend?
All right. That thing is not within 5 feet of something now, right? Because it's
no, it is
out
not.
there flying in space. All right. So first, I'm going to, again, for narrative purposes, have Fen move toward like in the area. Basically, I'm going to give him the command to like bark at this thing, right?
Right.
Or pursue or whatever, right? Tree it like a raccoon. So hopefully he can move to somewhere indicative of its location and bark up at it so that I can have an idea where it is.
All right.
And
sort of like just jumping on Finch's shield almost. Just like
Yeah.
trying to like get as close to underneath as possible with barks.
And then I'm gonna take a deep breath and burn another fighting spirit so that I can negate my disadvantage again.
Okay.
And take another 2 attacks.
All right.
Oh, that's a crit. Man, I'm a crit machine this week.
Yeah, good job. Blind too. Blind crit.
Right.
Oh, God.
Blind crit. Thanks, Ben.
That gives you the thumbs
Oh,
up.
it was almost good. So let's see. It's going to be. All right. So that's going to be 22 damage on that shot.
All right, 22 damage to the creature. Excellent.
All right.
Blast
And
it.
then I'm going to take my my second shot. It's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Roll some damage.
All this blindfolded training in the arena did me good.
I guess so.
And that's going to be 10 more damage.
10 more damage.
Let me see something else real quick. Oh no, give me 1 second to check on something if you don't mind. I want to check on a spell description. Oh no, okay. Let's see. At this point, because oh no, I guess I'll stay here because she might need me so she can heal other people. All right, nope, I'm done. I'm good.
All right. That'll bring us to Beverly.
Oh, I have a question real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's my understanding that temporary hit points generally do not stack, right?
They do not. No. If you're granted more temporary hit points, you take the higher of the 2 options. So if you let's say you have 2, and then you get another chance to roll like a d10, you roll an 8, then you take the 8. But if it's lower, then you just stick with the 2.
This is a flat 5 every time I use it, so it continues to be 5. All right, thank you.
Did you roll your wisdom saving throw for blindness?
Oh no, I didn't, but I do want to do that. Although it's kind of far off for me because it's bullshit that rangers don't get proficiency in wisdom.
Can I give him my wheel? Can I give him the d6? I don't know if I'm allowed to. I think I can.
I don't know if you can, but if you think you can, then sure.
I'm pretty certain I can, yeah. Add a d6 to it.
And as a reaction, Naelis is going to use another channel divinity called Clarity of Katha, and is going to, the sort of full moon will sort of sparkle upon you, and you will gain advantage on this wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. Wheel works on any creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Fucking right. Hell yeah. Advantage and an extra d6. If it's don't do it,
all right.
No one can.
With everything added up, I had to use everybody's help, but it ended up being a 21.
And with a 21, you just barely managed to reincorporate your eyes from your sights, and you can see once more.
Ow! So I've like that sandy eye thing when your eyes are like real dry.
Oh fuck!
I need Visine.
It sucks, doesn't it?
I need Visine.
It does suck.
All right, little Beverly is gonna do all she can. She's gonna crawl up the wall. She's like, who built it like this? How am I supposed to get up now? And she's going to use she's going to try her best, because that's all Beverly can do. She can try her best. She's going to make an acrobatics check. You're going to see Beverly move with Finch, you've been training her. You've never really, in this moment, like heated moment of battle, you've never really seen her move with this much dexterity, but in this moment she moves.
I'm not seeing her do it now. I'm blind.
Yeah, never mind. Fuck it. All of you guys see Beverly move. You're like, oh, Finch has been training. They're pretty good. And she does this like, she like is up there and she does like full Assassin's Creed style where they like jump back and like grab it and then she like sort of like backflips herself like up onto the top. And it's like a pretty impressive little acrobatic move she pulls off. And that'll be her turn.
Yeah, wow, nice move.
That'll bring us to the very blind Finch Endegard, who's got a dog whooping at her. Them.
So annoying. So annoying.
That's really funny.
All right. Is it? You're like, yes.
What you said is funny.
Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, let's see here. There's not really much I can do. Maybe just I don't know where anything is, right? But I know that I can fly now, so that's cool. Can I just yeah. Can I just use like a little bit of movement to just like get off the ground? Because I have no clue what's happening, and maybe I just want to like start to get a little bit of height.
All right, you got a little 5-footer of height, no problem.
And then let's see here. I was already holding a branding smite, so that's that. There's not really much else I can do at this point. I'm like pretty immobilized, to be honest.
Would we be able to like call out that it's just directly overhead of you?
I mean, I'll let Ryan be the judge of that. If he says that's okay, then that's fine with me.
Sure, I'll say, Glenn, as you're fluttering away, you see Finch kind of like, because you're like, you just cast a fly spell, so you're like, yeah, now Finch is so capable and shit. And as you're flying away, and you get your sight back, turn around and see like, oh, Finch is definitely doing great now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had eyes. Straight up.
Can I just keep using my movement to see if I run into it?
Yeah, you want to full force, just like Superman up.
Correct.
You go flying up 20 feet and you fucking barrel into it.
Just like frantically making the Ant-Man gesture.
You feel like about 30 small like fleshy balls go. Can
I try and swing and hit it? I'm guessing it's a disadvantage because I can't see, right?
That's right. Go for it.
Okay, well, let's see here. That's that. Okay, all right. That's not. This is a 16 hit?
A 16? No, I don't hit. No way.
All right, I'm going to try and swing again.
No way.
No way. All right. Okay. That's the same thing. So that's 2 misses. All right. I think that's going to be it. And then can I try? Sorry. So can I try and roll for my eyes back?
Yeah, roll me a wisdom saving throw, pal.
All right. Okay. All right. That's doing a little something here. Plus I have +1. Okay. That is 3 +1. 21.
21. That will return your eyes to you. You are back. You are back in black.
I feel like I'm like, bah!
Oh, you get a lot of wheels.
Is this thing right in my face? This thing is like right in my face.
Yeah, it's like, like right up in your shit.
That is my turn.
All right, that brings you to Ember Van Zyl. You see your friend's very grossed out. What do you do?
Well, I'll start with the fire elemental. I'll have him go up the pole. He's got a 50-foot movement speed. He'll go literally up that pole that kind of goes up towards the middle.
Can you make me an acrobatics check for your fire elemental?
Elemental pro wrestling. How can no one have thought of this?
Oh my god.
And it's the fire elemental off the top rope.
Right. I just need like random announcers to appear.
17.
Yeah, this fire elemental starts doing the gorilla and starts going like, and then like throws
the
itself to the top
warlock's
of the hole.
elbow.
Yeah,
Right?
and then what?
It's like
Fire elemental looks at you and goes,
Yeah. I'm not worried about the fall damage. I'm immune to bludgeoning. I'm gonna try
That's
to
fair.
suplex it.
yes.
Yes,
I wanted
this
to
is
come and try and
bludgeoning.
grab its head.
The fire elemental goes, "We're calling this the rain of fire, baby," and goes and like jumps off the side. You
I'm
can
getting
make
hit by
me
this
two-
too, I feel.
Oh yeah, you're getting hit by it too. Make me 2 attack rolls as it flies to the sky.
Finch just gets their eyes back and then gets fucking pummeled by a fire element.
Yeah, you like look up and see it like on fire going, and then you just see another fire elemental just like coming down at you. You're like, fuck.
No time to process what's happening.
No, you're just the wrong place at the wrong time.
The first one
I
was a
hit-
10. The second one was a 16.
Those will both miss. It'll try and swing. It swings too early and then too late and just misses entirely. But it does immerse it in its body along with Finch. So both of them are going to take a fire damage.
I have to ask because
Yeah.
the attack to be made when it was in reach of the quarry, right?
Yeah.
Would it be flanking? Because Finch is directly underneath. I mean,
Fine,
I'm
it could
head.
be flanking. Go ahead and roll me 2 more attacks.
Ellie, technically.
Technically, it's distracted.
the over under.
You're a little over. Oh yeah,
The
Fenn's getting this
Oreo.
too.
Oh yeah, the first one was worse.
Oh man.
And the second one. Oh, the second one was 24.
There we go. Roll me some damage. What rain of fire.
10 points.
10 points of fire damage. And as it flies through both individuals, why don't you roll me a d10 to see how much the creature, Finch, and then Fen all take.
8 points.
8 points. All right. All of you take 8 additional points. And then it's going to fly down through the air. It's going to fall. We're going to call that 50 feet. It falls down to the ground. It can't be prone. So that's 8 points to Finch, and the creature. I believe they're all on fire now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're on fire.
All right. Sorry, Finch, you're on fire now, and so is Fen.
Is there any way, if I see that coming, that I can use my reaction to cast shield spell so that it doesn't hit me?
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I can't really.
It won't matter much because my action is to control flames, Finch, and put her out.
Okay.
Got it.
I'll just
Yeah.
take it.
So
I'll just take it.
Finch, you like get your eyes back, and in like 2 seconds, you see this flaming eyeball snake prey mantis like right in your face, on fire, and then like a fireman fly down, and you're like, and you just like react and cast shield, and it doesn't do shit because you're fully immersed in it. You're like,
Exactly.
and then Ember's like, oh shit, and like just kind of ungets you. So you're good. And then the fire elemental is it fell 50 feet. It is resisting, so it will take half of this.
Yeah.
Or I'll just roll it over here. It's easier this way. It is going to take 7, 16. It's going to be reduced to 8 damage. All right, keep a track of it for you. And then it sort of hits the ground in a splash of flame that sort of like goes outward and then kind of like implodes on itself and then rises back up as the fire creature, as it cannot be knocked prone. And it looks pretty happy with itself. It looks very happy. Sweet. If there's anything else, Ember?
No, that's That's action, bonus action. That's all the actions.
All right, take inspiration because that was great. That was all excellent. That'll bring us to Glint Grimhelm. What would you like to do, Seth?
Phew. So
manly.
we've seen that the non-magical weapons are resisted. We've seen fire isn't. I think Glint's going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Hey, a little chromatic one. Very cool.
Yeah, freshly scribed from the Alabaster Lyceum. And their dead students.
Oh my god.
So as the elementals like leaving this blazing trail of ash and smoke, Glint's going to reach out a hand and someone's going to be pulled through the air towards his fist, coalescing into a single bead, and he's going to shoot it forward at a 3rd level.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Yeah. That's a 27 to hit.
I think that might hit.
Oh, amazing. So it's base 3d8 plus a d8 per additional spell level, so that should be 5d8 total. Okay, that is 22 points of fire damage.
All right, 22. Very nice. It is hurting. It is definitely bloody.
Excellent. And skeletons.
Go for it, skellies.
Never give up, skeleton. It's all 5 of them making their shots. Most of those are bad. I have a 18 and a non-natural 20. Then I have a 16, a 9, and an 11.
Could you give me those again, please?
Yeah, 16, 9, 11, 18, and 20.
2 hits.
Alrighty. And my d10s are over here. So 9 and 15.
9 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 and 7. Those are still pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, are we doing anything else? You all good?
I think I'm good.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, another barrage of bolts. The creature is very hurt. Yvaine, what are you going to do? You will hear in your head, Yvaine. It says, "Hello, my disciple. This battle makes me grow weary. Will you be my host?"
My eyes belong to the Moonweaver. Get fucked. And she's going to cast 4th level blight at this thing.
Hey, all right, all right. What do I got to roll?
Con 18.
That is going to be modified 20
Okay.
to save.
So 37, call 36 in half. That 18?
Yep, 18. Fantastic. You blasted it. It takes the pain. It's very, very hurt. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Nope. You hear in your mind it says, "Very well, and I will have to pick a different host." And it is going to turn itself and look at Beverly. And it is going to fly towards her with utmost haste as it is on fire. It's going to take that 10 of damage. It takes 8 damage. You may take an opportunity attack, Finch.
Oh yeah, sure fucking will. That is 17 plus 6, so a 23 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit.
And I am going to smite with that too.
Smite away.
And you have your branding smite onto it too.
Oh,
That's right.
correct. All right, so let me do this first, which okay. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so there's that. And then one more. So that's 38 points of damage total.
How do you want to do this?
I think. Let's see, where am I? Right there. Okay, so I'm in the air.
You're right
so I
there. I'll say for the sake of drama, this psychic thing that's sent to Yvaine is directed at her, but you'll kind of hear it residually. So you hear it saying, "I ended up in a different host," and it slithers around and points itself at Beverly, and not looking at you, it's just jolts and hits in her direction.
Yeah, and I think it would be one of those things where it would almost be like a panic, like I don't think it would be one of those like elegant killing blows that like Finch normally has, and I think it would just be like as hard as they can to try and like doing whatever they can to stop it. So like just kind of like swinging their warhammer as hard as possible to try and like immobilize it, stop it, whatever.
Got it. As you go to swing, I am reminded that you already took your reaction to cast shield, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Boo.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. So it is going to charge Beverly. I'm very sorry, Finch. My mistake. I should be keeping track of that. And as it charges Beverly, it's going to use its action to attempt to possess her. Beverly needs to roll a charisma save.
Can I give her my last +6?
Sure you can.
My last one for the day.
Let me see here. As it flies at Beverly, and you sort of place your omen, send it her way to try and protect her. In this moment, this omen that you place upon her is not enough, and this creature flies at her and flies like into her chest, and all of the sort of reddish energy sort of pervades past her, and she sort of like falls to the ground. And we are going to cease the combat, and we're going to actually end the session there.
Boo.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Finch. That sucks. I am very
Does
sorry. I realized I was like,
especially because I was gonna pull it back too, given what like Ember said, and then I didn't. I just went with it, and I should have.
oh,
Boo.
Now Beverly's all full of spiders. And eyeballs.
I was gonna have it target you, Finch, but you're a paladin, and you're probably not as. I think a little Beverly's easier prey than you.